1460 KXNO.
Welcome back to Principal Park. The Cubs conclude the homestand today, also the series with the Salt Lake Bees. And let's sit down and visit with Ryan O'Malley. And Ryan, just first of all, congratulations. Another great outing yesterday, last night against the Bees.
Yeah, thanks, Dean. You know, just it was good to get out there. I'm still kind of in this rhythm, you know, just getting the first pitch strikes and just getting ahead of guys and keeping the ball down and letting the defense work behind me.
Just coming down to quality pitches. The guys, you know, they're not getting the sweet spot of the bat and the ball.
Yeah, you know, I'm just trying to working with AD. Right now I've got 4 pitches that's working for me, and just trying to use them all and just keep the ball down and get ahead of guys.
You brought up the word rhythm, and I think that's important for you. You get the ball, get the sign from your catcher, whether it's Casey or Gio, and you go to work.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it doesn't give the hitters time to think about what's coming. It also keeps my defense on their toes, you know. If they're always sitting back on their heels waiting, when am I going to pitch it next, you know, then they might miss a ball for me. And I'm a contact guy, you know. I like my fielders to feel behind me, and I just get up there and get going and get after it.
Also very important is that first pitch. I think 70-80% of your first pitches last night in for strikes.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key. I mean, you look at the stats. I think if it's a 0-1 count, it already drops it down to the batting average down to 200. So, you know, I think that's the key. You just try to establish that first pitch strike and then work off of that.
Now let's back up a little bit. Just go back to spring training and you know the hard work you put in and try to make this Iowa team, and of course on the staff, but in the bullpen when the season began. But talk about your spring training.
It was a good spring training. You know, the main thing is being healthy in spring. You know, just trying to fight for a club, and you know, coming into spring, I'm not really for sure if I was on this Iowa team, and I'd like to, you know, I just continue to work hard and you know, I made the team and come here as a bullpen guy. And early on, the bullpen I wasn't getting too many innings, and now that I'm got into the rotation, it's just kind of getting in that rhythm and getting the ball every 5th day and getting after it.
Ryan O'Malley of the Cubs is our guest, and Ryan, just try to explain to the listeners a pitcher's mindset compared to being in the bullpen where you might throw every day or 3 days in a row to, you know, being a starter where you go every 5th day. Yeah,
fortunate. The last 3 years, I've been in this kind of role. I've started every year in the bullpen. It usually seems by the All-Star break, I've been a starter. So, you know, I've had both. I've done both, and this is my 3rd year doing it. So, as a starter, it's nice because you know when you're going to get the ball, and you can get in a routine of lifting, running, throwing, and then you get the ball and you know you're going to get it. Whereas in the bullpen, it's kind of hard you don't know when you're going to get the ball, you know. So it's just, you kind of got to get in a routine. You might lift one day and you might go 3 innings that day. So it's kind of tough, but at the same time, you come to the field every day, chance to get in the game.
Take us through that first start in Memphis. You've been in the bullpen. They need a spot starter. You're in there, and of course, you're not used to throwing 80, 90, 100 pitches. You knew you were on a limited pitch count that day.
You know, going into Memphis. Memphis is a great place. It's a great ballpark, and I went to college there. So I've got a lot of friends and family that come there. And last year, my outing wasn't very good there. So I just went in there. I just wanted to redeem myself. And, you know, I just went there and just did my best, you know, just trying to help the team get a spot start, get through 3, 4. I was fortunate to get 5 innings, you know, and I just went out there and just, like I said, just try to get ahead and have fun.
How were the legs and the arm in that 5th inning?
You know, you could tell I was getting a little tired, but when you got a no-hitter going and a shutout, that adrenaline's definitely pumping, and you just, you know, I'm fortunate I got through 5 innings to help the team, help the bullpen, you know, but you never want to come out of a no-hitter game.
Really, the same thing happens again against the Sky Sox, and just a great outing that was, other than, you know, the back-to-back pitches, and it seems like even one of those 2 home runs, it was a pretty good pitch. I don't recall the Sheely or Baker home run.
Yeah, I mean, just going out, it was pretty awesome. Again, have 4 no-hit innings, and that 5th inning, I made a couple bad pitches, and they hit them out, you know, and they're solo home runs. I'll give up a solo home run more than if you walk a guy and it's a 2 or 3 run home run. So solo home runs won't hurt you as bad as a multiple home run. But just go out there, just try to get the leadoff hitter out and go from there.
Now, the first 2 games of this series, I'm sure you had a close watch, and these Salt Lake hitters, you had to be impressed. But what was your thinking, your game plan going into that game last night against this tough offense?
Well, it was definitely tough to sit there and watch them have, like a 10-inning or a 10-hit game and a 12-hit game, or I think they even had 16, 18. Yeah, so I mean, it's tough to sit there and be like, man, these guys are like the Yankees, But you just got to go out there, and I just thinking maybe they got all their hits out of them, so I can just come in and just get ahead, and you can't worry about that. You just got to go out and execute pitches and just get ahead.
Nate Toit, we worked with him in the booth, and he's done a pretty good job of trying to explain, the quality pitches and the quality strikes that you throw. There's just a big difference between throwing a strike and that quality strike that's more of a pitcher's pitch than the hitter's pitch.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you can throw strikes and they can hit them a mile, but you got to work the sides of the plate, inside and outside, even up and down. That was a big thing that we went into last night. High fastballs, and they like to chase the high fastballs. So that was one of the things that we used last night to get them out. And you just kind of got to watch their swings and watch their hitting, and just try to get a game plan, and stick with it until they prove you wrong. Just if it's busting in on the hands, or just maybe work away off speed late. You just kind of try to pick something out and go with it, and hopefully it works.
Of course, in a game like last night, 1-0 for the most part, there's not much margin for error.
No, I mean, I had a no-hitter going, but the main thing is it was a 1-0 ball game, and I was just trying to keep us the lead, and I wasn't. I mean, you have a no-hitter going, but I wasn't really worried about it. I just wanted to keep guys off base and out of scoring position and give us. That was a big win. We needed to get on a roll here.
Now, the reliever, Mark Watson, has been a big boost, hasn't he, when you were with him in the bullpen early in the year?
Oh, yeah, Mark's a great guy. He definitely keeps the bullpen loose, and he's a lot of fun, and he's got a lot of experience being a left-handed pitcher, being able to help me and talk me through some situations facing some left-handed hitters.
Well, it just seems like, you're feeling good out there, and you're building up your arm strength now, and that pitch count will keep building, and it must be nice to be part of this rotation.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Hope I can stay here. And I think I'm up to, I threw 80-some pitches last night, so I'll be up to maybe 90 or 100 next time. Just continue to try to do the same thing, just work hard with AD, and he's a lot of help, and just prepare for the next one.
And the best part is, all of a sudden, you get on that radar screen of the Chicago Cubs and the other 29 organizations.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you never know in this game. It's a crazy game, and it's just who's hot and what have you done for me lately.
Talented lefty for the Iowa Cubs, Ryan O'Malley, our guest, will present him with a gift certificate at Legends American Grill. Be sure and visit a Legends American Grill near you. They're located throughout the area. In West Des Moines at 60th and Ashworth, and Johnston next to the Windsong Theater, Pleasant Hill and Copper Creek, and coming soon to downtown Des Moines on Court Avenue. That's Legends American Grill. Again, they have that gift certificate for Ryan O'Malley of the Iowa Cubs. And right now we'll step aside, listen to these words, and back to wrap it up for the On Deck Circle here at Principal Park on a nice day on KXNO.
At Ford, we believe leaders are just more driven. Like the all-new Midwest Limited Edition Ford F-150 with switch-on-the-fly four-wheel drive, a 5.4-liter V8 tow-and-go package. Plus, is E85 alternative fuel-capable at no additional charge. Lease one today for $229 a month. See your local Ford dealer today. 24-month lease with $27.99 due at signing. Excludes taxes, title, license, registration, and acquisition fees. Not all buyers will qualify. Take new retail delivery from dealer stock by 5/31/2006. See dealer for complete details.
Usually Usually, to get a reward, you have to do something difficult, like catch a bad guy or rescue a famous movie star. Not so with the Moulatte frozen coffee from Dairy Queen. It's an easy-to-get reward that you can give yourself whenever you want. Try the new hazelnut Moulatte frozen coffee with thick and creamy DQ soft serve, blended with hazelnut, Colombian coffee, ice, and topped with whipped cream. Also available in cappuccino, mocha, French vanilla, and caramel. The DQ Moulatte frozen coffee. Reward yourself with one today and DQ something different at participating DQ restaurants.
The Iowa Cubs aren't always playing baseball. During their downtime, you can catch them playing the official gaming console of the 2006 Iowa Cubs, Xbox 360. Xbox 360 is the most powerful video game and entertainment system out there, delivering the best games, the next generation of premier Xbox Live online gaming services, and unique digital entertainment experiences that revolve around you. Xbox 360, available now at your local retailer. Jump in at xbox.com for more information.
1460 KXNO.
It is a beautiful day for a ball game. 61 degrees, a northwest wind at 14 should be a factor again today, blowing from left to right field. Humidity is 72% for the Cubs and the Salt Lake Bees. That's our On Deck Circle pregame show featuring Ryan O'Malley of the Iowa Cubs. Stay tuned. Nate Toit will have the starting lineups. We'll have the national anthem. And, of course, all the play-by-play for the Cubs and the Salt Lake Bees. That's Up Around the Bend on Des Moines Sports Station, 1460 AM KXNO.
You've been listening to the On Deck Circle pregame show. Join us before every Iowa Cubs game for the On Deck Circle pregame show. Now, stay tuned for all the exciting play-by-play of AAA baseball with the Iowa Cubs.
It's 3 in the afternoon, and once again, you're at the Coke machine. But the Coke machine sounds a little different today. You wonder if the Coke is stuck. You wonder if you're going to have to show the Coke machine a little self-love. You do not have to show the Coke machine any self-love. Be patient. He knows you're a regular, and he's trying to find that special Coke that's right next to the refrigeration unit and a little cooler than the rest. See? He likes you. Not even the luckiest guy in the world will go through life without the delivery guy forgetting his Coke. But we can't blame them. Their title is pizza delivery guy or Chinese food delivery guy, not Coca-Cola delivery guy. You'd be way more shocked if they remembered the Coke and forgot the fried rice. So give the guy a break. He's worked 4 pro football seasons, 3 NCAA March Madness tournaments, seen the rise of NASCAR and the blizzard of 2002. You should be offering him the Coke.
This is Craig Sheeman. Join me and James Washington for Out of Bounds on Fox, weekday mornings from 9 till noon here on Des Moines Sports Station, 1460 KXNO Des Moines.
Iowa Cubs baseball is on the air. Des Moines Sports Station, 1460 KXNO presents AAA baseball featuring the Iowa Cubs. Today's game is brought to you by Wells Fargo, the next stage in banking. Atlanta Coca-Cola Bottling. Coke is the official soft drink of the Iowa Cubs. By your Des Moines Metro Ford dealers, Dewey Ford, Charles Gabus Ford, Stivers Ford, Quality Ford, and Noble Ford. By Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Iowa Cubs baseball is also sponsored by Post Cereal, U.S. Cellular, American TV Furniture and Appliance, Blank Children's Hospital, Mediacom, Musco Lighting, and by Coventry Healthcare of Iowa, G-Galaxy, the Iowa Lottery, Signature Place Apartments, and PPH. It's time for relief. Now, let's head to the ballpark and Iowa Cubs baseball with Dean Ellis.
Welcome back to Principal Park. The Iowa Cubs and the Salt Lake Bees. Final game of the 4-game series. Final game of the homestand for the Iowa Cubs. This is Dean Ellis with Nate Toit. Steve Young, he's our producer-engineer for Cubs baseball on a beautiful day. Mostly sunny conditions, 61 degrees. Humidity is 72%. Northwest wind at 14 might be a factor today as Les Walren goes for his 5th win of the campaign. Les Walren for the Iowa Cubs. Jared Weaver for the Salt Lake Bees. We'll, in fact, get to our Millstream matchups and more details in just a moment. But it's amazing what a day can make in the baseball world, Nate, as the Cubs with a nice win, 6-0 over a very good team last night. The Salt Lake Bees, they had just 3 hits after an 18-hit game on Sunday.
Well, winning cures all, and we saw a great win as we heard in the interview with Ryan O'Malley, that was a huge win last night for these Iowa Cubs and against a pretty darn good baseball team in the Salt Lake Bees. And Les Waldron got to watch Ryan O'Malley go to work as he went through these Salt Lake Bees lineups. And as you heard Ryan in the interview, he did it with some fastballs up in the zone as well as making the quality pitches down in the zone. And so Les Waldron should have a pretty good game plan coming into today. And these the Iowa Cubs offense should have some confidence as well coming in here and getting 6 hits, but showing some power with the Felix PA home run and some quality at bats, taking a couple walks and actually stealing some bases as well. So Iowa Cubs actually taking a more aggressive approach here, and now with this win, something to build on, and hopefully we can go on a streak.
It's all about adjustments. We'll see if the Salt Lake Hitters make some adjustments today against Les Waldron. Salt Lake is 23-14. They lead the Pacific Conference Northern Division by a game and a half over the Portland Beavers. The Iowa Cubs are in the American Conference Northern Division. They picked up a game on Nashville last night. Nashville, by the way, has lost 7 of their last 10. They lead the division by 4.5 over Omaha. And the Iowa Cubs at 14 wins, 22 losses, are 7 games behind. No games tomorrow in the league, and then the Cubs will be on the road to Fresno and Sacramento. It's in the 90s in Fresno, so some warm baseball weather for the Cubs against the Fresno Grizzlies starting on Thursday, and that is the Giants affiliate. Let's go right to our Millstream matchup that's brought to you by Millstream Brewing, Iowa's oldest microbrewery, and the featured microbrew here at Principal Park. Come on down for the ball game today, and be sure and grab a Millstream Chilled Brew Amber.
Well, it should be a great matchup today, and on the hill for Salt Lake is going to be right-handed pitcher Jared Weaver. Weaver 3-1 with a 2.79 ERA. He was the first-round draft pick by the LA Angels of Anaheim back in 2004, and currently coming into this season, he is rated number 5 prospect by Baseball America and the Angels organization. And so Weaver on the year is 3-1 with a 2.79. He'll be making his 7th start, 42 innings pitched, 35 hits. He has allowed 4 home runs. He's only walked 6 hitters in 42 innings, so he's going to be around the plate, and he does have 50 strikeouts. He'll be going up against Les Waldron, and Les has been steady all year for these Iowa Cubs, and he's coming off a pretty good start against Colorado Springs, where he went 6 innings. He did allow 7 hits, 4 runs. Only 2 of those were earned, 2 of those runs unearned on the Les Waldron throwing error. So Les still off to a great start. He'll be making his 8th start, 40 innings pitched, 36 hits, only 10 earned runs, 27 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting 247 against Les. So we should have a good pitcher's duel on paper, and Iowa Cubs offense that is starting to come around, so should be a good contest here today.
That's our Millstream matchup. 2 great pitchers on the field. The best pitchers here at Principal Park feature Millstream Chilled Brew Amber. Grab a cold Millstream Amber as you get ready to enjoy the game. Millstream Brewing Company, Iowa's oldest microbrewery, located in the Amana Colony. Umpires on their way out, so the managers will be exchanging those lineup cards. Gives us a chance to go back to the Pacific Coast League standings, where we mentioned Nashville leads the American Conference North by 4.5 games. And the Cubs in 3rd place, 7 behind. In the American Southern Division, it's Albuquerque on top of Round Rock by a game and a half. Those teams are playing some outstanding baseball this season. Albuquerque has the best record in the league at 25-14. So Round Rock, recently something like a 10-game winning streak. They're now 22-14, a game and a half behind Albuquerque. Salt Lake leads the Pacific North by that game and a half over the Portland Beavers. And Las Vegas, the Dodgers affiliate, a very good team this season. They're 24-14, and they lead Tucson by 4.5 games in the Pacific Southern Division. You must win the regular season division to qualify for the playoffs, and then in the first round, it's North against South, whether it's the Pacific Conference or the American Conference, and then, of course, the winners meet for the championship. Nashville, they won the championship last year in the PCL. I also have been told there will be that AAA World Series, a 1-game World Series between the winner of the PCL and the winner of the International League to be played in Oklahoma City. So keep an eye out for that in mid-September. Now, individually, we talked about Les Waldron, 2nd in the league in ERA, tied with Chris Sampson of Round Rock, 2.25 earned run average. Dana Eveland of Nashville leads the league at 0.75. That will probably change in the next week or so, as Eveland is now in the big leagues, and I say that will change because he won't have enough innings to qualify for the league lead. That's normally the case. The guy leading the league in pitching or batting, they usually get called up, so they drop out of that leadership spot at some point. Sampson, by the way, a terrific story. He was retired for about 3 years as an infielder, came back with the Astros as a pitcher. He's also leading the league with 6 wins. Now, hitting-wise, Mike Vento of New Orleans is batting .373 to lead the league. Nashville's Mike Rivera next at .365. Willie Ibar of Las Vegas, .358. He's now in the big leagues with the Dodgers. And we saw his brother earlier in this series, Eric Ibar, but he was just called up by the L.A. Angels of Anaheim. Justin Leone of Portland has 10 home runs to lead the league. Willie Ibar of Las Vegas, again in the big leagues, but he has 33 RBI to lead in that category. And Eric Ibar in the big league, Salt Lake's former infielder, now with the Angels, has 13 stolen bases. And again, Nate, you always see that. The guys at the top of the league statistically at some point, well, in fact, it's an injustice at times when they don't get called up. So you usually see guys with the low ERAs and the high batting averages and RBIs, they get called up.
That's exactly right, and that's what they're down here for, is to get their numbers up and go up there and contribute to that big league team. And you know, we are in the middle of May, or approaching the middle of May, so a lot of these guys that are leading these offensive and defensive categories and the pitching categories probably won't be around too much longer if they're still down here. So they obviously want to keep doing what they have been, and if you're a guy that's chasing these guys, you got to feel pretty good that you're even on the list, but it's still something to work forward to. And of course, Les Walder, now third in the league in pitching, going to go out there and try to build off of his momentum that he's had so far in this 2006 season.
Les Wallen and the Iowa Cubs take the field. The Chicago Cubs are back in action tonight against the Washington Nationals, another struggling team in the National League. So hopefully the Chicago Cubs can have some success against the Washington Nationals. Nate will have the starting lineups in just a moment, but right now everybody on their feet here at Principal Park, and let's enjoy all the youngsters on the field with today's national anthem before the Cubs take on the Salt Lake Bees. Brian Harper is the manager for the Salt Lake Bees, the Angels affiliate, and Mike Quade for the Iowa Cubs. Moments ago, they exchanged lineup cards at home plate, and Nate Toyd has today's starting lineups.
Thank you, Dean. Today for Salt Lake, leading off and playing center field, number 7, Reggie Willett. Batting second and playing second base, number 4, Howie Kendrick. Batting third and playing right field for the Bees, number 22, Nick Gorneau. Cleaning up and playing first base, number 17, Kendry Morales. Hitting fifth and DHing today for the Bees, number 21, Jeff Mathis. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 34, Mike Elward. Hitting seventh and playing shortstop, number 13, Casey Smith. Doing the catching and batting eighth, number 6, Ryan Buddy. Playing left and batting ninth, number 18, Anderson Rosario. And on the hill for Salt Lake today, the right-hander, number 36, is Jared Weaver. For the Iowa Cubs, leading off and playing center field, number 20, Felix P.A. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 5, Augie Ojeda. Hitting third and playing right field, number 17, Buck Coates. Cleaning up and playing left field today, number 28, Michael Restovich. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 41, Jeff Deerdorf. Hitting sixth and playing third base is number 4, Casey McGee. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 14, Mike Fontenot. DHing today for the Cubs, and batting eighth, number 25, Matt Padgett. And doing the catching and batting ninth, number 18, Giovanni Soto. And on the hill for the Iowa Cubs today, left-handed pitcher, number 39, Les Walren.
Thank you, Nate. The Cubs will wear their blue tops today, a white bottom, the numbers in red, and a blue cap for the Iowa Cubs. Salt Lake with their road gray uniforms, the numbers in black with a yellow trim. Salt Lake Bees and the Iowa Cubs, they meet for the last time. This is the only 4-game series they will play this season. Got the replacement umpires, first base, third base behind the plate. They all have short sleeves on. A very pleasant day here at Principal Park. Partly cloudy, I guess, officially, but we like that taste of sunshine we had earlier. And the call goes out, play ball. And the pitch by Les Walren to Reggie Willits, a switch-hitting outfielder, is a strike. Willits bats right-handed. His average is .296, 1 home run, 20 runs batted in. They play him to right field. The 0-1 under his chin, bending back from that one. Willits for ball one, 1-1. Michael Restovich in left field, Felix P.A. in center, and Buck Coates in right. Les with the windup on the pitch. Strike, blown away, and the count 1-2.
Well, you can see Salt Lake already changing their approach. They came out swinging the bat early yesterday against Ryan O'Malley, and O'Malley making those quality pitches, got a lot of ground balls and fly balls early, and right now with Willits taking a lot of pitches against Les Waldron.
That pitch high, ball 2-2. Casey McGee, third base. Augie Ojeda, shortstop. Mike Fontenot, second base. Jeff Gerdorf at first base. Giovanni Soto behind the dish. 2-2 delivery by Les. Strike three the call, lone away, and Willits knew it. He wears that capital K. Back to the dugout. That's how festivities begin today here at Principal Park. A strikeout looking of Reggie Willits.
A strikeout looking, and Willits never took the bat off his shoulder in that at-bat against Les Waldron. So Waldron using all three of his pitches in that at-bat for the strikeout.
Kendrick, first ball swinging, a good cut, fouled it back, out of play a strike. Howie Kendrick, second game back from the Angels. He began the season here, was a hot hitter, got called up, but struggled in the American League. Changeup up and away, ball 1-1. Les Walren, that's a big glove. You keep a lot of fishing tackle in that glove. There's a foul, a soft line drive foul right side up in the seats, ball 2 strikes.
Following the steps of Greg Maddox. Maddox, a guy that likes to use a big glove, hide that baseball as much as possible, and not to give the hitter any advantage.
Foul back out of play. Is that the Luis Polonia model? There's still a limit on glove size?
I don't know. What it used to be, something like, 13, 14 inches or something. Most pitchers use 12-inch gloves.
Breaking ball, tap foul to the backstop, and the count remains a ball 2 strikes on Kendrick. 1 out, nobody on. Willits struck out. Kendrick, the batter, he's hitting .365 in 17 games in this league. 2 home runs, 13 batted in, 0 for 4 last night, and the breaking ball grounded up the middle to his left to make the play. Augie Ojeda, quick throw, just in time. Nicely done to the Iowa shortstop. Kendrick has a hit taken away. Very good range by Augie to his left, and then a nice throw with an off-balance toss.
That's a great play by Augie Ojeda, and that's why we see him hanging around every year up and down in the big leagues in AAA, making plays like that, ranging all the way to his left. Knew he didn't have time to set his feet and throw with Kendrick getting down the line, made an off-balance throw and got Kendrick by a step.
Swing and a miss, and Nick Dorno down a strike. That's one thing Augie can really provide that a lot of utility men can't. He can play dazzling short. A lot of those 25th man roster guys in the big leagues are more first base, second base, third base in the outfield. Can't play shortstop, but Augie can. Here's ball 1 up and away. 1-1 on Gorneault, Gorneault. Nick Dorno batting .302. He swings and misses at a good inside changeup. Strike 2, 1-2.
That's a good point you made, Dean. And anytime your defense comes up and makes plays like that, that adds to the confidence of Les Waldron, knowing that he can put the ball over the plate and his defense is going to make the play. So nice job all the way around.
Breaking ball, grounded foul, a little late swing. He might have been fooled, but put the bat on the ball to stay alive. 2 outs, nobody on. Double check, but I believe it's 13 innings now. Yes, the Bees have not scored a run their last 13 innings coming into today's game against the Cubs. There's a fly ball right field. Down that line, Buck Coates diving after it, and he holds on. Buck Coates with a marvelous diving catch. Near that right field line, about halfway down the line, and a diving catch by Buck Coates. He timed it perfectly, takes a base hit, extra base hit away from Gorno, and that ends the inning. The Bees are up and down in order after 1/2 inning. Salt Lake did not score. Iowa coming to bat on KXNO.
When hunger hits, join the club. Taco Bell presents the Taco Bell 55-cent Taco Club. Enjoy delicious tacos every Tuesday for just 55 cents each. When you purchase 3 Taco Bell tacos on Tuesday, you'll get a coupon good for a free general admission ticket for Wednesday Iowa Cubs games at Principal Park. You can see the Iowa Cubs Baseball Club in action just by being part of the Taco Bell 55-cent Taco Club at participating locations for a limited time only. Think outside the bun.
For a refreshing change from the ordinary hotel, make your next stay in Des Moines the most enjoyable ever. Stay at the Wildwood Lodge, located just off the University exit of I-8035. The Wildwood Lodge is now offering a special Iowa Cubs package for 2 or 4 fans. The package includes hats, tickets to the game, concession dollars, and lodging, starting at only $129. Only 15 minutes from Principal Park. The Wildwood Lodge. Call 1-800-728-1223 or go to wildwoodlodge.com.
Fitness World West, Des Moines' premier fitness center, is celebrating their 20th year anniversary. Join this month and receive the special anniversary promotion of 50% off the joining fee, 1 month unlimited tanning free, and get a free fitness and health evaluation and personal training orientation. Stop by and see all the extras that make Fitness World West the most complete, friendly, and comfortable place to exercise. Find Fitness World West right across from Valley West Mall or call 223-5111. Get more out of life at Fitness World West, 223-5111.
1460 KXNO.
Back here at Principal Park, it's Iowa Cubs baseball. Nate Toit alongside Dean Ellis, and it's 2 outstanding defensive plays early in this one. The Iowa Cubs, Augie Ojeda flashing his leather at shortstop, and then Buck Coates with a diving catch to end the inning in the top of the first. And right now we have Jared Weaver on the hill for Salt Lake Bees. Weaver trying to follow in the footsteps of big brother Jeff Weaver. An overall first-round pick in 2004 by LA Angels of Anaheim, and he'll be making his first appearance in AAA, well, in the year, his 4th start, but first stint in AAA this year, and so far off to a great start, 3-1 with a 2.79 ERA.
His last game Thursday at Omaha picked up the win, 7 innings of 3-hit pitching, no runs, no walks, struck out 4. And prior to that, his game against Tacoma in Salt Lake on May the 6th, 1 run given up. So he has given up 1 run his last 13 innings, covering his last 2 starts with 1 walk and 12 strikeouts. He's also had a 12 strikeout game this season against Tacoma there on April 29th. Fires in strike 1. And that pitch is low and away, ball 1. Felix P.A. followed by Augie Ojeda and Buck Coates. No score in the bottom of the first, and Weaver swing and a miss. Beautiful changeup, and the count 1-2. He turns his back to the hitter. He pitches off the third base side of that rubber.
Pitches off the third base side. He's kind of got that twisty, twirly delivery. So if you've ever seen his brother pitch in the big leagues, it's a lot similar as far as the twisting and action that he gets when he delivers the baseball.
Foul back out of play. Nice job, though. He really drops that arm down nicely and comes off that back leg. And he works quickly. He deals 1-2 to Felix. Blown away with something off speed. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the Cub leadoff hitter. Felix, of course, hit a home run in the bottom of the first leading off last night. That's all the Cubs would need. They would win at 6-0. Felix batting .271. Takes the pitch on the outside corner. Had a long look at it. And the umpire rings him up. So that's a strikeout for Weaver. Again, we expect everything to be around the plate today from Weaver.
Yeah, Weaver made a pitcher's pitch right there to Felix P.A. and he runs it up. He can run up there around 92 miles an hour. Usually hangs around that 88, 89 mile an hour mark. But has a good late life on that fastball and that nice 2-seamer, and that's what he threw to Felix P.A. and just did catch the outside corner for the strikeout.
Right-hander back to the plate. Fastball blown away to Augie Ojeda, ball one. Weaver in 2004 was named by Baseball America the College Player of the Year. Went to Long Beach State, and Baseball America considered him the top prospect going into that 2004 draft. Here's a line drive, base hit over the head of the second baseman Kendrick, and Augie Ojeda with defensive play, and now a base hit. 1 out, 1 on. The game's first runner, and the batter will be Buck Coates.
Well, Augie had a good game last night. He was 1 for 4 with a run and an RBI, and we've already seen him make a spectacular defensive play in the top of the first inning in this game here today. And right there, nice base hit to right field in the bottom of the first inning. So Augie showing his leadership role in this Iowa Cubs squad, trying to light a fire underneath this offense.
No score. Buck Coates batting .328, 3 home runs, 13 batted in. Weaver from the stretch to pitch. Fastball outside, ball one. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Shortstop Smith, second baseman Kendrick. They play for the double play. At first base, Kendry Morales holding with the runner. It's the bottom of the first, no score. The Cubs and the Salt Lake Bees. Jared Weaver checks on the runner. The target away by catcher Buddy. The pitch came low inside for ball two. Now, Weaver was the 12th player drafted in that June draft, but Nate realistically might have been the first guy to go if it had been anything taken into consideration other than money. I think it came down to finances.
Finances, and that's what they consider signability. And that's a big factor nowadays in the draft, is these organizations want to know exactly what it's going to take in order to sign you. And we've seen it back even when Mark Pryor and Joe Mauer was drafted, and we saw Mauer end up going to the first pick to the Twins just because of signability, and Pryor, the Twins didn't think they could sign him because of money. So we're seeing it more and more, and I think this case was Jared Weaver as well.
Close play in that kickoff attempt. Just back in time, Augie Ojeda, maybe a sign that he might have been running. 2-0 the count. Michael Restovich on deck. Weaver picked up the sign from catcher Buddy. The stretch in the pitch. Fly ball, center field. Reggie Willits lines it up, the catch made. And that's out number 2. Buck Coates flies to center. The batter will be Michael Restovich. Saw his 10-game hitting streak severed last night. He's batting .313, 3 home runs, 12 runs batted in.
Well, if you look at the mechanics of Jared Weaver, he's a tall guy, 6'7", only 205 pounds, but as we mentioned before, he throws off the third base side of that pitching rubber, and when he lands, he throws way across his body. He throws across his body by about 6 inches, and so if you're a right-handed hitter facing Jared Weaver, it appears that he's coming right at you with his stride, and then he's got that hard-running fastball they like to run in on the inside corner.
Swing of the miss to the fastball up and in, 88 miles per hour, strike one. 2 out, 1 on. Augie Ojeda is at first base. Plenty of arms and legs from Weaver. He's 6'7", 205 pounds. Only 23. We talk about that signability. I'm not sure if Scott Boros was his agent. He did eventually sign with the Angels, but before he signed with organized team, he did pitch independent baseball.
Yeah, I got to see him last year when he pitched in for the Camden River Sharks, an independent team out in the Atlantic League, and he wasn't there very long. He signed a week before the June draft, but while he was there, he was very impressive, one of the league leaders in pitching, and there's no question the upside to this guy and why the Angels ended up giving him $4 million.
Here's ball one, 1-1. And then, ironically, his brother signed with the Angels in the offseason. Buddy scuffling a bit at the big league level, as are the LA Angels of Anaheim. Pickoff attempt again. Fairly quick to first base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Augie Ojeda was safe.
He's only 23 years old, Weaver is, and last year he was in Arkansas and A-ball, so the Angels not wasting any time and keeping Weaver in the lower minor leagues, putting him now in his second full year of professional baseball at the AAA level.
That one is low ball 2, 2-1. In the bottom of the first, there's no score. Augie Ojeda, a 1-out single. Buck Coates then flied to center. And now Michael Restovich. This game is scoreless. Weaver and Walren. That's the matchup pitching-wise today. They play deep into right field in the outfield on the right-handed hitter. And a swing and a pop-up out of play right side. Strike two. 2-2 on Michael Restovich. Salt Lake, they'll be back home. They take on Oklahoma Thursday. In fact, they get out of town today, about a 6:30 flight to get back to Salt Lake this evening. And the Iowa Cubs, after the day off tomorrow, they'll begin a series Thursday at Fresno. So Nate might have to stay up late to follow the Cubs. There's a breaking ball that caught the outside corner for the strikeout. And that ends in to really break his schedule up to stay up a little later here for about 8 days when the Cubs are on the West Coast. No runs to hit. Augie's left on base. After one, it's Salt Lake nothing, Iowa nothing on KXNO.
Imagine being a recent Iowa lottery winner like Moses Bittock of West Des Moines, who was sworn in as a U.S. citizen in the morning and became a millionaire later that day. Or John Strait of Logan, Iowa, who, with a second chance, won $1 million. Or buying your first Powerball ticket ever and winning $853,000 like Alicia Lombard of Hiawatha. Hugh Hawkins set a record as Iowa's biggest Powerball jackpot winner ever at $113 million. Is today your lucky day?
Woohoo! Quest is proud to be making connections in Iowa. A single voice connects to another. That's how it started. Our business, that is, over a century ago. Today, it's much more than a voice. It's a wireless phone, a connection to the internet, a fax, an email, a conference call with a host of voices, a video image on a high bandwidth line. From providing innovative telecommunication solutions to investing in our communities, Quest is making life better in Iowa. Quest, proud sponsor of the Iowa Cubs.
The Radisson Hotel Des Moines Airport is a smart choice for any Iowa Cubs fan. It's a great weekend getaway with all the amenities you would need. The Radisson Hotel is located on Fleur Drive with convenient access to downtown Des Moines, Principal Park, and the Des Moines International Airport. The Radisson Hotel offers a wide variety of packages for a relaxing romantic getaway or a memorable family weekend. Find out more about the Radisson Hotel at 515-285-7777 or on the web at radisson.com.
1460 KXNO.
Welcome back to Iowa Cubs baseball. Nate Toyd alongside Gene Ellis. No score in this one. We've only played one here at Principal Park. A sun-splashed day on this 12 o'clock matinee. You know, a nice crowd. Lots of kids, lots of adults, business person special. Nice Tuesday crowd.
Morales, Mathis, and Elwood, the middle of the order for the Bees in the second against Les Walren. Fastball hit high, hit deep left field. Back goes Michael Restovich looking up at this one. Bombs away to the roof of the building in left field. And Morales tags his second home run for the series to give Salt Lake the lead. Travels that home run highway for the fifth time, his 23rd run batted in. Young man out of Cuba. He was a free agent. Pretty good bidding war for his services. The Angels won it. And another excellent prospect in this L.A. Angel of Anaheim minor league system.
Well, Morales not wasting any time going up there looking first pitch fastball out of Les Waldron, and he got it. And one of those pitches just happened to be inner half of the plate and up a little bit, and he didn't miss it for a solo home run to left field.
Strike on the outside corner. Every first pitch has been a strike from left. Jeff Mathis, the designated hitter, swings away, pops it up right side, out of play. 0-2 the count. Mathis recently back from the Angels. 12 games he's played now, and he's hit safely the first 11. This is game number 12. He's batting .318, 1 home run, 5 RBI. Fouls it back near us, out of play. Count remains 0-2. So Les firing strikes. He threw 16 pitches in the first inning, 12 were strikes, and he now has 20 pitches for the game, 16 strikes. What percentage is that, Nate? Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's fouled at the dish. Mathis stays alive.
I need my calculator for that one.
Over 80% now for Les Walren, pumping in strikes. A home run by Morales, 1-0. Salt Lake ahead. Inside target. Pitch up and away, swing and a miss. Lights out on Mathis for his second strikeout.
Well, we saw Ryan O'Malley climb the ladder on these Salt Lake Bees last night, working the bottom half of the zone early in the count, and then when he got 2 strikes, expanding the zone upward, and right there, Les Waldron doing the same thing. Jeff Mathis worked the bottom of the zone with his fastball early, then some off speed, and then climbed the ladder with 2 strikes and got the strikeout.
Pitch is up and away, ball 1 on Elwood. Mike Elwood, that's spelled E-Y-L-W-A-R-D. He started the year in Double-A, was tearing up the pitching down there, called up. He's hitting .259 here in 8 games, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. He was 1 for 3 last night. He broke up the no-hitter of Ryan O'Malley. Line drive the other way, soft line drive, and it's caught by Mike Fontenot. Started to slice on him, but he reached out to his left to grab it for the out. 2 outs following the home run by Morales. 1-0 the Bees ahead. They had gone 14 innings in a row without a run against the Cubs. And now Casey Smith, .267 hitter. Smith with no home runs, 7 runs batted in. 2 outs, nobody on. Smith is 4 out of 11 in the series. Wind up on the pitch by Les Walren. Line drive, deep left field. Back goes Michael Restovich. It's over his head. 1 hop off the wall. He plays it nicely. Fires into second base. The tag, not in time. Nice job, Restovich, to second baseman Fontenot, and Smith had to hustle to collect a double.
Well, that ball was hit on a rope. Casey Smith squared that one up, and Restovich going back and to his left. More of a line drive, 1 hop carom off the wall, picked it up nicely and threw a rocket into Fontenot, almost nabbed Casey Smith, who was sliding into second base.
Smith, he began the year in Double-A. That's his 7th double already for Salt Lake, and this is 15th game. 2 out, he's in scoring position for the catcher, Ryan Buddy. Buddy, using a black bat, takes a breaking ball for a strike. Buddy hitting .207, 2 home runs, 12 runs batted in. He's 3 for 12 in the series. Right-handed hitter against the southpaw, Les Walren, the 0-1. Lone inside ball 1-1. 2 out, a run in. Kendry Morales homered. 1-0 Salt Lake. Salt Lake, again, one of the top offensive teams in the league. They lead the league in runs scored. They now hit 42 home runs. The league leader, Portland, has 51. Here's a pop-up near second base. Augie's there. He calls it. He catches it behind second base. The shortstop tucks it away. That ends the inning. It's a 1-run, 2-hit inning for Salt Lake. They leave a man, and in the middle of the second at Principal Park, it's the Bees 1, the Iowa Cubs no score on KXNO.
Someday you're going to wake up in the house you've always wanted. Only thing is, it's today, and you're not there yet. Well, someday can be today. With our priority buyer mortgage pre-approval, Wells Fargo can help you purchase the home that's right for you. So whether you're looking for the perfect home or a great property investment, we're here for you. Why wait for someday? Ask about Wells Fargo Home Mortgage Priority Buyer Pre-Approval today. Wells Fargo, the next stage. Wells Fargo Home Mortgage is a division of Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Coventry Healthcare of Iowa proudly supports the Iowa Cubs. The same traits leading to success in sports are found in an effective health plan: strength, flexibility, excelling at fundamentals. That's why thousands of employers, individuals, and seniors have chosen Coventry for the health coverage. They win with best-in-class service, broad provider networks, and affordable product options, because maintaining good health is everything. By focusing on doing the right things on time with the right partners, Coventry will continue to be not only competitive, but a leader in their league. It's a formula for success the Iowa Cubs have always known.
Healthcare for your child. You want only the best. The Children's Health Center at Blank Children's Hospital has your child covered through all ages and stages, from newborn to teen. Whether it's well-child visits and immunization, to diagnosing and treating injuries and illness, the Blank Children's Health Center has the most complete healthcare services for your child, provided with the warmth and caring you'd expect. Call the Blank Children's Health Center to schedule an appointment. 515-241-KIDS.
1460 KXNO.
Kendry Morales hits a solo home run in the top of the second inning to put the Salt Lake Bees up 1-0 over the Iowa Cubs. I'm Nate Toyd alongside Gene Ellis here at Principal Park. And it'll be Deerdorf, McGee, and Fontenot here to lead it off in the bottom of the second inning for the Iowa Cubs.
And now down 1-0. Jeff Deerdorf, he's batting .224, 4 home runs, 9 batted in. Weaver square with a play to the pitch. Good breaking ball, sweeping across the plate to the outside corner for a strike. They play Jeff to right field. Took a little off that breaking ball, a strike low and away, 0-2 quickly. Well, he really changes speeds.
And he's not overpowering by any means. You can run it up there in the low 90s, but he's got such good pinpoint control with his off speed that makes him effective. He's able to move around that slider and that changeup.
Fastball spotted low and away. What a magnificent job of pitching Jeff Deardorff. 3 quality pitches to strike him out looking.
Well, no, it's not fair for Jeff Deardorff right there. Weaver painting the outside corner the first 2 pitches with that breaking ball, and then coming back and throwing a tailing fastball that started on the outside plate away off the plate and then running back over to catch that outside corner. So 3 perfectly executed pitches by Jared Weaver.
Now he pitches to Casey McGee. Casey takes a strike on the outside corner. Casey had probably 8 or 10 bats down at his locker today trying to pick out which ones he would use. He broke another one last night. There's a strike, and it's 0-2, so 5 pitches, 5 strikes from Weaver. Everything has been away to these first 2 hitters, Jeff Deardorff, and now Casey McGee has 3 strikeouts, all 3 called out. Popped up right field. Gorno is there for the catch. Fair ball right near the line. Casey, not a great swing, but he put the bat on the ball to make contact, and he flies to right for the second out.
Well, I think Casey McGee thought that ball was going to carry foul and maybe even into the seats. He didn't even take a step toward first base right there, and of course the ball stayed just hugging that right field line, and Nick Gorno catching that ball in fair territory. So even if he would have dropped it, would have had a play at first base with Casey McGee not running.
The wind has let up. Not quite as strong as it was at game time. Here's a strike blown away on Mike Fontenot, a left-handed hitter. So now 7 pitches, 7 strikes from Weaver this inning. Mike is batting .274, 2 home runs, 5 batted in. There's ball 1, low and outside. 2 quick outs, nobody on base. The only Cub hit, Augie Ojeda, first inning single. We're in the bottom of the second with the Bees ahead 1-0 and a Kendry Morales home run. Weaver with a rock in the deal. Low and away, ball 2, 2-1. He has been behind on 4 of the 7 batters he's faced. Jared Weaver, one of the top pitching prospects in the league. Good fastball. Swing and a miss to the pitch on the outside corner, strike 2. 2-2 the count, 88 miles per hour. Could we say he's sneaky fast?
There's that term, sneaky fast, and I think you could probably use that term with Jared Weaver.
Boy, great location. Went high and inside with a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Struck out Mike Fontenot swinging, and what a very impressive inning from Jared Weaver. He sets down the Cubs in order in the bottom of the second. We go to the 3rd inning at Principal Park. It's Salt Lake 1, the Iowa Cubs no score, and this is Iowa Cubs baseball on KXNO.
Baseball is rich with a tradition of combinations. Pitcher to catcher, the double play, throwing out the steal to second, and of course, Mediacom. Turn to Mediacom for the ultimate in baseball action, including the iCubs and games from throughout the region and nation. And talk about perfect combinations. Mediacom offers a full roster of great services like digital video recording, high-speed internet, high-definition TV, and video on demand, where you can watch the movies and specials you choose whenever you like. If you're looking for a winning combination, make the play to Mediacom.
Do you want to wake up to a great-tasting breakfast cereal that's good for you, too? Then try new cinnamon shredded wheat from Post. It's the perfect combination. Real cinnamon mixed with a touch of brown sugar, along with the classic goodness of 100% natural whole grain wheat, all delectably baked into a crispy, crunchy cereal bite. Try the Post Eat to Lose 10 plan and feel like you did 10 pounds ago with new cinnamon shredded wheat from Post. Your sensible solution to a great-tasting breakfast cereal. Post, breakfast made right.
When you want her to forget about what you forgot about, come to Morrissey's. I'm Vince Morrissey from Morrissey Fine Jewelry, reminding you that diamonds from Morrissey's not only shine brighter, they're also proven to cause amnesia. Morrissey Fine Jewelry, 235 Fifth Street in Valley Junction.
1460 KXNO.
Well, the Cubs went in order in the bottom of the second inning here at Principal Park. Nate Toyd alongside Dean Ellis. We head into the top of the 3rd inning. Les Waldron back out there for his 3rd inning of work for the Iowa Cubs. Trying to continue his solid pitching out of this Iowa Cubs starting rotation, and he'll start things off with Anderson Rosario for Salt Lake.
Rosario, this is his first start at the AAA level. He's 0 for 6 coming off the bench. Joined the team from extended spring as, again, they lost quite a few players to the big leagues, but they're still thriving. There's ball one, low and inside.
Well, there's a pretty good chance that if Jared Weaver keeps going the way he's going, there might be another one that might be going up to L.A.
Rosario from the Dominican Republic. Swing and a miss to the pitch, blown away for a strike. Of course, they have that old adage, you can't walk your way off the island, so you would think Rosario might be a free swinger. Let's see how it plays out today. 1-0 Salt Lake. That one is low. Borderline pitch that he takes for ball 2, 2-1. He's 21 years of age, 6'2", 170. Anderson Rosario. Foul back, out of play. Strike two. He's the tail gunner offensively. He bats ninth, so the top of the lineup to follow. Reggie Willits and Howie Kendrick. 1-0. Salt Lake ahead. With Nate Toit, this is Dean Ellis. Steve Young, our producer-engineer. That's up high for ball three, full count.
Well, Jared Weaver appeared to be getting about an inch or two off the plate away that last inning, and so if any of these Iowa Cubs hitters came back to the dugout and let Waldron know that, Waldron will be able to expand the strike zone.
And he did right there. A fastball up and away, and Rosario chases and misses. Lights out on the young left fielder. Third strikeout for Les Walron. And now Reggie Willits, he struck out looking in the first. 1-0 and a home run by Kendry Morales. Salt Lake ahead. Cubs shutting out the Bees 6-0 last night. You go back to Sunday, and Salt Lake blanked the Iowa Cubs 6-0. So two of the first three games of the series have been a shutout. Willits indicates a bunt, but pulled the bat back. He takes ball one. Switch hitter batting right-handed. Casey McGee about even with the bag at third. To his right is the manager, Brian Harper, for Salt Lake, coaching third base. That pitch high, ball two, 2-0 the count. Brian Harper, you might remember that name from his days with the Minnesota Twins. Very good big league catcher. One out, nobody on, and there's another pitch up high, ball three. 3 balls, no strikes. He played with the Twins in '91 when they won the World Championship. Kirby Puckett and Jack Morris. That one is low, ball for a walk. 1 out, 1 on. Here's Howie Kendrick. Sounds like a good name for a NASCAR driver.
Howie Kendrick?
Howie Kendrick. Yep, Howie Kendrick.
You do that again, please?
What's that?
The race car?
What race car? Nick Gorno is on deck. Cubs play for the double play. Pitch to Howie Kendrick is just a bit low, ball one. You like NASCAR?
Have to have Ryan Dempster do his race car impersonation at the Outback Steakhouse for you sometime.
Has to be at the Outback?
Yeah, that's where it usually takes place.
1 out, so the Cubs play for the double play. There's a strike, low and in. 1-1 on Kendrick. At first base, Jeff Beardorf holding with Willits, who's a threat to run. He has 10 stolen bases this season. Might be just a matter of time. Les Walron looks over there, now to the plate. And a ground ball to third. Diving stop by Casey McGee from his knees. He throws to second for the out. Excellent play again by the Cubs. This time Casey McGee at the hot corner, taking a hit away from Kendrick and forcing out Willits at second.
Well, we've seen Casey McGee make a number of great plays at third base so far this season, and he made another one right there, diving to his left and taking a throw from his knees and getting that lead runner. So, nice play by Casey McGee and nabbing Reggie Willits at second base.
Kendrick now at first base. With Walron, a little toss over there. Runner back in time. 2 out, 1-0. The Bees ahead. Kendry Morales led off the second with a home run against Les Walron this season. He's given up only 3 home runs. The kick to pitch. Strike, low and in. Nick Gorno, who led the league in RBIs last season. Gorno, a quick look to his manager at third base, Brian Harper. Jim Eppert, the hitting coach for Salt Lake, he coaches first base, and Charles Nagy is the pitching coach, former big leaguer, Cleveland Indian. Kendrick draws a throw. One strike on Gorno. Blown away, that's ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Cubs in the bottom of the inning will send up Paget, Soto, and PA. They trail the Bees 1-0 here in the third. This is Dean Ellis with Nate Toit. Steve Young, our producer engineer. Thanks for joining us today. Hey, there's Doc Dorner. He's back. He was here for the team photo yesterday. Is that the same tie?
That's the same outfit.
2 in a row. That pitch up and away for a ball. 2-1.
Enjoying some popcorn here at Principal Park.
Did you give him your dressing manual?
No. No.
No?
No.
You're kind of a back-to-backer, aren't you? For apparel? Let's see if Kendrick runs here. He's not running, and a foul back out of play. Strike 2. 2-2 on Gorno.
It's quantity, Dean. Quantity.
Now, do you have, like today, you've got a white shirt on, not necessarily this Iowa Cubs shirt, but say similar shirts that are the same shirt that you wear one day and one the other day, but it looks like you've got the same shirt on?
Yeah.
You do that? Over the first base, Walren to Deerdorf. Kendrick back in time. Does Nikki do that? Does she have like
Iowa Cubs
slacks?
Iowa Cubs shirt?
No.
She missed the boat on those.
Maybe a blouse, identical blouse, that's the same. I don't think women normally don't do that, do they? There's a foul to the backstop, and it's still 2-2 on Gorno. You don't even know what your wife has in the closet.
I don't know.
What'd she wear today? Did you see her?
I did. I didn't pay any attention, though. It all starts to run together after a while there, Dean, you know?
After all those years of marriage for you? Talk to Casey McGee about that. Up and away, he'll know what Sarah wore today.
Yeah, I'm sure it's already starting to run together for him. He's only been married a day.
Ball 3, full count on Gorno, 2 out. Kendrick at first base, he'll be running.
It's all downhill after that, Dino. But you got married when you were 19.
Yes, definitely downhill. Unless Walren backs off the rubber.
19. Wow.
It's a steep hill, though, for me. There goes the runner. The pitch low inside, a walk. So a couple of walks this inning. The free passes. 2 on, 2 out for Kendry Morales. Again, he led off the second with a home run. So what do you throw him here on the first pitch?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a first pitch fastball, and that's what Morales hit out in the second inning. So Waldron does have a nice changeup, and so you got to believe that he's going to try to obviously get ahead, but maybe get ahead with that changeup down the way to Morales.
1-0. D's ahead. They have 2 men on. Kendrick a huge lead at second, and the pitch is low, ball 1. You guys have one of those big closets at home, share a closet? No?
No. I live in a shoebox, Dean. I don't have those nice big walk-in closets.
Yeah, you got about a $50,000 basement. Your TV down there, and bar. The ground ball to short, sucked in by Augie, goes to second baseman Fondo. The force out there ends the inning. Shoebox for a closet and a castle in the basement.
I got my priorities straight.
No runs, no hits, couple of walks, 2 left. In the middle of the third, Salt Lake won. The Iowa Cubs, no score on KXNO.
It can be an embarrassing topic to discuss, even with your doctor. However, hemorrhoids are a serious issue for millions of Americans. If you've been suffering in silence with hemorrhoids that won't go away, it's time for relief. PPH, the procedure for prolapse and hemorrhoids, could be just the ticket to end your frustration and embarrassment. This one-time procedure offers patients less pain and a quicker recovery compared to traditional hemorrhoid surgery. As with any surgical procedure, PPH may present risks. To learn more, talk to your doctor or visit pphinfo.com.
Hi, I'm Papa John, and when I say better ingredients, better pizza, I'm not talking about a little better. I'm talking about a lot better. Let's talk about our pizza sauce. It's made from fresh, fine-ripened tomatoes, not from concentrate. And when it comes to ingredients, we select from the world's best. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. A lot better.
Call your neighborhood Papa John's today and ask for the Home Run Special, a large, thin, or original crust pizza with up to 3 toppings for $10.99. Just $10.99.
The YMCA of Greater Des Moines has over 34,000 members that can tell you about their 6 conveniently located facilities. These facilities offer free family programming, the best fitness classes, and top-notch youth programs. Don't forget, summer is here, and your local YMCAs are ready to offer all kids a summer loaded with fun, and all parents one-stop shopping with a guarantee against boredom. See your local YMCA for information on summer camps for kids of all ages and interests. The YMCA of Greater Des Moines. We build strong kids, strong families, and strong communities.
1460 KXNO.
So a nice job by Les Walrand there in the top of the third inning. The Iowa Cubs trail it over Salt Lake 1-0 here at Principal Park. I'm Nate Toyd alongside Gene Ellis, and it's going to be Matt Pageant to lead it off with the Iowa Cubs in the bottom of the third.
He's the designated hitter today. Jared Weaver with that 1-0 lead. Inside fastball, fouled back, out of play. That was one of those quality strikes right there. Tough pitch to hit. Jammed him. Looked like it had the appearance of maybe a cutter. Kept running inside a bit on Matt Pageant. Change of speeds here, and it's popped up. And this will be a souvenir out of play behind the plate. Strike 2.
Well, looking at the statistics with Jared Weaver, the Iowa Cubs, he wanted to try to jump all over him in the first 2 innings. He has struggled this season in the first 2 innings. His ERA in the second inning was 7.71. Now, however, Weaver has gotten through that, and now we're in the bottom of the third. So he appears to get stronger as the game goes on.
Matt Pageant goes down swinging. 4 of the last 5 outs have been strikeouts. He has 5 strikeouts on the day, 1 out in the bottom of the third. He's had a 12 strikeout game this season. That was against Tacoma on April 29th. That was a no decision. 12 strikeouts, by the way, in 6 innings in that game for Jared Weaver. Called strike on Giovanni Soto. Weaver, he works quickly. Blown away, strike 2. Something off speed. Looked like it had a little wrinkle to it. 5 pitches, 5 strikes. Here's a drive to deep center field. Back goes Reggie Willits. It's over his head and high off the wall. Soto on his way to second. The throw is not in time. He slides to the double. So Weaver made a mistake at 0-2, and cashing in is Giovanni Soto for the 2-bagger. His 6th double this season.
Well, Jared Weaver getting ahead of Giovanni Soto with those 2 breaking balls. Perfectly executed on the outside corner, and then with 2 strikes, kind of dropped down with the fastball. Giovanni Soto not impressed and just hit a rocket off the top of the center field wall for a double.
Cubs have their second hit, and the first man to second base today. Soto 1 out in the bottom of the third. Felix P.A., the batter, he's 0 for 1. Weaver threw 11 pitches in the second inning. 9 were strikes. 6 pitches this inning, all strikes. They play Felix to pull. To stretch the pitch. Strike 1, low and away. A guy with a command of Weaver, you get a little bigger strike zone, you can definitely take advantage of that.
Repetition, and you start hitting that spot consistently on that outside corner. As the game wears on, that spot will eventually start drifting out about 2 or 3 inches off the plate.
We see it right there, low and away, strike 2. Again, he changes speeds. Looked like it had a little movement on it. And Felix behind 0-2.
Well, it's so hard as a hitter to go up there, and the first strike you see is painted on the black of the corner. It's hard to pull the trigger on that, and you just wait for him to make a mistake. And so far, Weaver hasn't. And all day, he's been on the corners.
Swinging a foul at the plate. Felix took a pretty good hack at it. Stays alive at 0-2. Ryan Buddy is catching Jared Weaver. It's the bottom of the third with the Bees ahead and a Kendry Morales home run, 1-0. Giovanni Soto, the potential tying run at second. The outfield deep and around to right. Nick Gorno very deep in right field. Big turnout today here at Principal Park. We might have close to 9,000 for the ball game. That's down low from Weaver, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a good mix. Youngsters, all ages here today. Some yellow shirts. It's like your closet there, Nate, about 6 yellow shirts. Or your dresser, since you don't have a closet. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Felix P.A.
The start bringing some of my shirts in and getting that Iowa Cubs logo stitched on there like you've been doing.
How many ties do you own?
Like 3.
3? One for Christmas, and Soto leads at second base. 2-2 pitch. The pitch up and away. Felix makes contact, popped it up behind the plate. Buddy off of the mask will have a look, but no play. Looks like it landed right next to a lady. And another lady with orange jacket came up with that foul ball. That ball seeking her out because of that orange jacket. Maybe all baseball should be orange.
The baseball itself?
Yeah. Good for the hitters.
Well, the college softball, they use that fluorescent green, yellow softball, right? Still do that? They still do that.
I don't know. I'll ask Jenny Finch. Here's a line drive by PA. Base hit, left center field. Soto got a late start, so he stopped at third. Throw home by Rosario, a pretty good one. Soto at third base on the single by Felix PA. That was a nice at-bat by PA. Fell behind, kept battling Weaver, and finally propelled one to left center. So the Cubs have the situation cornered for Augie Ojeda.
Well, that was a great at-bat by Felix PA. Patient at-bat, fell off some quality pitches by Weaver, and finally got a pitch he could handle. Looked like there was a change-up down away that PA just went with, hit it off the end of the bat, but Soto had to make sure and wait to see if Anderson Rosario was going to come in and make that catch, and Rosario was playing a little deeper, I think, than what Giovanni thought, and the ball bounced twice, but now the Cubs have first and third and only one out, so if Augie Ojeda can somehow get the ball to the outfield at the very least, Iowa Cubs can tie up this game.
Double play depth in the infield. A ground ball avoiding the double play would bring in the run. Soto at third base, PA first base. Pitch to Augie is a strike on that extended outside corner. Augie singled in the first. Here, Weaver, you've got to try to pitch away a lot according to that strike zone today.
And that one right there, especially Augie Ojeda upset with, and we got a pretty good view of it up here, Dino, and that ball probably a good 3-4 inches off the plate away, and if you got the control of Jared Weaver, you can keep hitting that spot on a consistent basis. It's going to make it tough for these Iowa Cub hitters.
Target inside now by Buddy, but the old bluff to third, look to first base by the pitcher Weaver. Soto stays at third base, Felix PA first base. First baseman Morales is holding him on. It's 1-0. Salt Lake ahead, but that lead in a precarious position here in the third. First and third with one out. Augie Ojeda the batter, and the 0-1 pitch by right-hander, 6'7" right-hander Jared Weaver on that outside corner, but he misses this time. Ball 1-1. That time I think he went about 6 to 8 inches off the plate.
Well, there's got to be a stopping point sometime, and Augie Ojeda having a couple words with the home plate umpire after that first called strike. So if you do it in a professional manner, when you're addressing the umpire, usually they will give you the benefit of the doubt.
And stretched by Weaver, the pitch, timeout. He was freezing the runners, and then finally the umpire called timeout behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Giovanni Soto whacked a 2-strike pitch off the wall in center field. Maybe missed a home run by, I would say, 5 feet, a double. And he advanced to third in the single by Felix PA. 1 out. 5 strikeouts early on for Weaver. It's a 1-0 Salt Lake lead in the bottom of the third. A pickoff try at first base, and Felix back in time. Manager Mike Quade coaching third for the Iowa Cubs. Looks like Casey Capizzi over at first base. Felix takes a huge lead. Weaver looks in for the signal from catcher Ryan Buddy. Right-hander set. The pitch. There's that pitch on the outside corner again for strike 2.
Weaver does a pretty good job for a tall guy to really cut down his delivery when you do have a base stealer on first base. He goes more into that load and go or slide step and really shortens up his delivery, so it's going to make it tough for Felix PA to get a good jump on Weaver and steal second base.
Felix away from first base. Soto at third base. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He went shoulder high. They expand the zone, and Augie strikes out swinging for the second out. Now the Cubs need a hit. Nice job of pitching by Weaver. Sagacious move by Salt Lake to take advantage of that pitch on the outside corner, a little wider strike zone, and they are, again, cashing in on that fact. And a big game already, 6 strikeouts for Weaver.
If you're Buck Coates, you were on deck throughout that whole at-bat by Augie Ojeda. You know exactly what kind of strike zone this umpire has. So as another left-handed hitter, you have to be looking out there on that outside corner, try to poke something into left field.
Target outside. Pitch over the plate. Swing and a miss. Blown away, actually, for strike one in Buck Coates, and he changed speeds there. Took a little off at 81 miles an hour.
And another good piece of execution by Jared Weaver. You got the number 3 hole hitter up there. He's got guys in scoring position, so he's going to be a little anxious up at the plate early in the count, and Weaver going after him with the first pitch changeup.
Fastball, lone inside, ball 1-1-1. We might be over 9,000 here today, Nate.
You looked at me like I was crazy before the game started when I said 9, but
I look at you that way every day.
I was just going to say that's not too uncommon. When I start talking, people look at me like I'm a little crazy.
PA at first base, Soto at third base. 2 out. And now the 1-1 pitch from Weaver to Coates. Buck is 0 for 1 today, flied out. Breaking ball popped up on the left side and back to haul it in. Third baseman Elwood, and that ends the inning. So it's a nice pitching by Weaver. Once he got first and third, he struck out Augie Ojeda. Buck Coates popped out to third base. That ends the inning. No runs, a 2-hit inning for the Cubs. They leave them in 2 men on base, and after 3, Salt Lake won. The Iowa Cubs no score on KXNO.
Northern Tool and Equipment.
Hi, I'm at the park, and somebody has one of those poodles with the big poofy haircut. It's freaking me out.
I am freaked out with you. Okay, what you're going to need is a 1.5 horsepower, double reciprocating, 24-inch bladed, high-torque, gas-powered hedge trimmer.
Hey, it almost looks like a dog now.
There's no problem a little horsepower can't solve. Northern Tool and Equipment, where warriors prepare for battle.
1, 2, 3.
We're at this supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
Perfect Cut Lawn and Landscape is a proud supporter of Iowa Cubs baseball. A full-service company providing all services from custom lawn and tree programs, landscape design and installation, irrigation design, installation and maintenance, tree trimming, and removal and mowing. Now that's definitely full service. All since 1989. Look for the Perfect Cut blue vehicles in your neighborhood. Find out more at www.perfectcut.com. Let them show you the Perfect Cut way of doing business.
This is Iowa State Athletic Director Jamie Pollard on the home and away voice of the Cyclones and Des Moines Sports Station, 1460 KXNO, Des Moines.
Well, the Iowa Cubs applied a little pressure in the bottom of the 3rd inning with a double by Giovanni Soto and a follow-up single by Felix P.A. However, Jared Weaver able to strike out Augie Ojeda, and then Buck Coates popping out to third base. Iowa Cubs come away with no runs as they trail Salt Lake here 1-0 in the top of the 4th inning here in Principal Park. Nate Toyd alongside Dean Ellis.
And Jeff Mathis leads off the DH. Struck out swinging in the 2nd. He takes one just under the knees from Les Walren, ball 1. Mathis, Elwood, and Smith. 1 run, 2 hits Salt Lake. No runs, 3 hits Iowa. Fly ball left center field, hit deep. Back goes Felix P.A. is back to home plate, and it's over his head off the base of the wall. Nice job on the carom. He fires to second, but Mathis is there with a stand-up double.
Well, we saw a leadoff home run by Kendry Morales back in the 2nd inning, and right here a leadoff double by Jeff Mathis, and both pitches were first pitch fastballs out of the hand of Les Waldron. So the Salt Lake hitters not wasting any time leading off the inning on jumping all over the first pitch fastball by Waldron.
12-game hitting streak for Mathis every game he's played with Salt Lake. Pitch lone inside, blocked by Soto. Rolling off to the left and holding at second is Mathis. Elwood, the batter. Mike Elwood. He lined to second in the 2nd. He'll try to hit the ball the other way, advance that man, or maybe knock him in. Mathis at second base, nobody out as we are in the fourth inning with the Bees ahead 1-0. The pitch by Les Walrond is low for ball 2. 2-0 to count. Smith on deck. No games tomorrow in the league, and then the Cubs will be on the West Coast. 4 games at Fresno beginning Thursday night, and then at Sacramento on Monday. Here's a line drive the other way, and it's knocked down by Fondo in the short hop into shallow center, and Mathis to third and a single by Elwood. That ball was scorched by Elwood. So now it's first and third for the Bees. Nobody out for Casey Smith.
And Elwood put a charge into that one right at Mike Fontenot at second base. And Fontenot attempting the backhanded on the little skip hop there, but unable to come up with the play. But he did manage to knock the ball down, which kept Jeff Mathis from scoring. And now Salt Lake with runners on first and third, but no outs.
They lead 1-0, but the Cubs will take 2 outs, try to avoid the big inning. Double play depth. Bunt attempt, and on the breaking ball, he pulled the bat back and took ball 1, Casey Smith. Smith doubled in the second. Salt Lake today has 4 hits, a home run, and 2 doubles. In that 18-hit game on Sunday, they had 1 double and 17 singles. They hit for power on Saturday night in their 8-2 win over the Iowa Cubs. Pitch by Les Walrond is high and outside, ball 2. 2-0 on Smith.
Well, now if you're Walrond, you're in a battle here, but it's still early in the game. We're only in the 4th inning, so you really got to concentrate on trying to get the ground ball here. You will give up that run at third base in order to stay out of the big inning and go for the double play ground ball.
Les struggled a bit in the third. Through 22 pitches, 13 were balls. He buried that one for ball 3. 3-0 on Smith. Mathis at third. Elward at first base. And Giovanni Soto out to the mound. 1-0, Salt Lake ahead. So Thursday I'll be at Fresno. That West Coast trip for the Iowa Cubs. Of course, while I'm punching the time clock, you'll be off fishing, right?
I don't do that till Sunday. So I'll probably, since it'll be so late at night, I'll be sitting in my garage in my truck, of course, listening to the broadcast. Because I don't think I even have an AM radio in my house.
Giovanni Soto back behind the plate, and that pitch is high, ball 4. Smith walks, and now the traffic jam for Les Walrond. Let's see if he can navigate through this top of the 4th. Base is loaded. And the batter will be the catcher, Brian Buddy. Buddy 0 for 1. So big fishing trip to South Dakota, right?
Yeah, you want me to bring you some fish?
Sure, love it. Good for you.
High in protein.
Some omega.
Yep.
Double play depth in the Cub infield. 1-0, the Bees ahead, but they have loaded the bases with nobody out. That pitch is high, ball 1 on the right-handed hitting Buddy. So do you have like a fishing jacket? You put all the hooks and lures on and fishing hat? Have that look?
Just had a vision of What About Bob right there when you
yep.
started commenting on that.
Strike on the outside corner. 1-1 on Buddy with Rosario on deck. Bases loaded, but the 8-9 hitters coming up. Let's see what Les Walrond can do. The wind blowing left to right here at Principal Park. The Bees ahead 1-0 as they bat in the 4th. Mathis at third. Elward at second. Smith at first base, and it's popped up. Infield fly rule. This one in the infield grass. Under it for the catch is Augie Ojeda. That's 1 out, and now a double play would get the Cubs out of the inning.
Well, that was a made-to-order fly ball right there out of Les Walrond to get that out with bases loaded, and for some reason, whatever it is, it's been the 4th inning that's gotten Waldron in a lot of trouble so far this year. In 7 innings, Waldron's allowed 13 hits, a triple, a double, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, but he's got a 7.71 ERA in the 4th inning in the 2006 season.
Anderson Rosario, he struck out swinging last inning, and he takes an inside breaking ball, ball 1. 1 out with the bases loaded here in the top of the 4th, 1-0. Salt Lake ahead.
Have any fishing tips for me? You big fisherman?
Not really. I'd like to be. If I had more time. Infield again plays for the double play. Fastball, high ball, 2-0 the count. It's like most things in life, it's all about location. Find that good fishing hole and stick with it.
Quality spots?
Yep.
All right. See what we can do.
You guys have a guide?
They're available, but I think we're going to go out and do it on our own,
Swing and a miss at a good low fastball. Strike one. 2-1 on Rosario. He's a right-handed batter. Mathis at third. L. Ward at second base. Smith at first base. In the Salt Lake top of the fourth, the Bees have the 1-0 lead. 2 balls and a strike on Rosario, their number 9 hitter. And a ground ball to Casey McGee. To second base for one. Fontenot to first base. Double him up. How about that from Les Wallen? Bases loaded, nobody out. And he got a pop out in the double play ball. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. In the middle of the fourth inning, it's the Bees 1, the Cubs nothing on KXNO.
HDTV. It's what my kids want. It's what my neighbors want. It's what my wife. Well, it's what almost everyone wants. Why? Because HD is unbelievable. And at American, you'll find HD TVs for under $1,000. Get a 30-inch Toshiba widescreen, $499. Get a 27-inch HD-ready LCD, $599. Get a 32-inch HD-ready LCD, only $899. Plus, many HD TVs include 0% interest for 18 months. At American.
Hit a home run and shop Merle Hay Mall. The choices are out of the ballpark with over 100 of your favorite stores, including Target, Yonkers, Old Navy, Sears, and Kohl's. Super shopping and fun for the entire family, including a play area and kids club. Can't make it to Principal Park to sign up for your chance to win the Chevy HHR? Not a problem. Stop by Merle Hay Mall's customer service to see the Chevy HHR up close and sign up to win. For a complete list of stores, sales, and special events, visit their website, merlehaymall.com. Hit a home run and shop Merle Hay Mall.
1460 KXNO.
Well, an outstanding job by Les Waldron right there in the top of the fourth inning. Bases loaded. Getting Ryan Buddy to pop out to the shortstop for the first out of the inning, and then Anderson Rosario hits into the 5-4-3 double play, and so Salt Lake comes away with no runs in the top of the fourth inning. We're here at Principal Park. I'm Nate Toit alongside Gene Ellis. We're into the last of the fourth inning. Iowa Cubs will send up Michael Restovich, Jeff Deerdorf, and Casey McGee. And McGee, of course, making a great play to his left to start that 5-4-3 double play, Dino, which was a huge rally ender for Salt Lake Bees in the top of the fourth inning.
Boy, and Les Wallen threw 6 strikes that inning out of 16 pitches.
Threw him when he needed him.
Yep. 1-0. The Bees ahead. Now the Cubs bat in the home half of the fourth. Michael Restovich leads off. Off-speed pitch, looks like the changeup, and this one lofted to deep center field, but not deep enough. Willis is back, and the catch made. 1 pitch, 1 out. The meat of the order brought to you by Iowa's beef producers. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Michael Restovich flies out.
And on that fly ball by Michael Restovich, he didn't get a lot of it, but that northwest wind blowing from left field over to right field, and not really playing much of a factor in this game today. We've already seen 1 home run by Kendry Morales to left field and a couple balls carrying out that way.
Pitch blown away, ball 1. Jeff Deerdorf struck out looking in the second. Boy, Weaver very tough on him. 3 outstanding pitches for the strikeout. 1 out, nobody on. This one down the middle, and a fly ball deep right field. Nick Gorno going back right at the edge of the track, and he reels it in for the out. 2 out and nobody on for Casey McGee. He flied to right in the second. Bees ahead 1-0. They've out hit the Cubs 4-3. Weaver, though, pitching an outstanding game thus far for the Angels affiliate. His pitch count is at 50. Boy, that's a rarity anymore, especially in the minor leagues, a complete game. Pitch blown away, ball 1.
Well, especially if you're a prospect within the organization, not very often will they let you go too much over that 100 pitch count. So if you're a guy that's been around the league for a while, for instance, kind of a Les Waldron, you can run it up to 120 pitches, but not a Jared Weaver.
Ground ball by Casey McGee, past Weaver into center, a base hit. So the Cubs have a 2-out runner. They've had a man on base every inning, at least 1 man on base every inning but the second. Here's Mike Fontenot. He struck out swinging in the second inning. Weaver, by the way, now leading the league in strikeouts. He has 6 today. Hasn't walked a man.
And that is eye-popping ratio of 56 strikeouts to 6 walks this season for Jared Weaver. 56 to 6. Right-hander's pitch is low inside, ball 1.
Those are some impressive numbers, 56 to 6. And so you figure a guy that doesn't walk that many hitters probably allows a lot more hits than innings pitched, but Weaver's only allowed 39 hits in 46 innings pitched this year. So that just tells you that he knows he commands the strike zone and he gets ahead with those quality strikes that we mentioned in the opening, Dean.
That's outside, ball 2. 2-0 on Fondo. So what's his whip? Got to have a good whip.
Walks and hits to innings pitched.
Under 1.98. What a whip that is. 2 out. McGee at first base. Morales holding him on. Pitch by Weaver. Fastball. Fouled out of play left side on the count 2-1.
Rory Otten taking in the game today. Must be a big game. Out of the office.
Must be lunch. 1-0, the Bees ahead in the bottom of the 4th. Should talk to Lori before you head out on your trip. She's a Fisher person.
Is she?
Yep. Very accomplished.
Bassmasters?
Maybe. That pitch low inside for ball 3, 3-1. That's the first 3-ball count for Weaver today. 3-1 to count. You guys aren't doing any fly fishing, are you?
No. This is going to be some very social fishing going on. There's not going to be a lot of work or effort involved in this at all.
Fly ball left side, pursued by Rosario, but out of play. So now it's a full count, 3-2, 2 out. So McGee will be running. And when it comes to movies about fishing, there's not a lot of them. You always think of that River Runs Through It. The Robert Redford movie, that was very good.
Run for Your Old Men?
Yeah, there was some fishing in that. I think John Candy was in a comedy, wasn't he, that involved some fishing and outdoors and with Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
Weaver backs off the rubber.
How about Forrest Gump? Not fishing, but shrimping.
That's pretty close. That's a different type of fishing. That might qualify. It's a good call. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch is fouled back out of play.
Well, these Iowa Cubs are starting to get some better swings on Jared Weaver this inning. Weaver still throwing a lot of strikes, but more of these pitches left over the middle of the plate now this inning. Last inning he was masterful working both sides of the plate and, of course, getting a little help from that umpire extending the zone about 4 inches off the plate.
1-0 Salt Lake lead. And once again the payoff pitch. Check swing. He held up on the appeal, ball 4. So the Cubs have 2 men on, 2 out. A rare walk for Weaver, and the batter will be Matt Padgett. He struck out swinging in the 3rd. What's your guess? You think Michael Gardner has seen Forrest Gump?
Ooh, man, that's a well-known movie. You would kind of hope he has.
Yeah, I'd say yes. How about, do you think he's ever met Tom Hanks?
I bet there's a better chance that he's met Tom Hanks than he's seen the movie Forrest Gump.
I'm going to say yes on both.
I bet he hasn't seen Forrest Gump. I'll bet you.
2 on, 2 out.
Michael around today? I haven't seen him today.
He's working the crowd, I believe. Unless he's fishing.
No, he's down there. Is he?
McGee at second base, Fondo at first base. They play Matt Padgett to pull. Strike. Now the inside corner a little wider there. Strike 1 on Matt Padgett. Boy, you give a guy like Weaver another inch or two both sides of the plate, and he can carve it up.
And if you're Padgett, he's been struggling a little bit, been slumping, and last thing you need is for the umpire to be calling a fat first pitch that's 4 inches inside off the plate. That doesn't bode well for a guy that's already in a slump.
Foul back out of play, strike 2. You play your own fish?
See, that in lies the problem right there. That's where it's going to be a little sticky area.
You with a knife in your hand?
Yeah.
2 on, 2 out in the 0-2.
That one is outside, ball one. 1-2, it's 1-0 Salt Lake, fourth inning. McGee at second, Fondo at first base. Matt Padgett, the designated hitter today for the Iowa Cubs.
That's where the guide comes in.
First, you got to catch him. Weaver set. He deals. Foul to the backstop. Looked like he was trying to go just a bit off the plate. Matt Padgett on the safe side had to make contact to stay alive.
Well, these are the situations here, and Padgett, a good hitter, good contact hitter. With these 2 outs, anytime you can come up clutch and get these 2-out hits, it makes such a difference in the season. And so we'll see if the Iowa Cubs can continue some of the timely hitting as we saw last night.
The hitters have to do, lefties have to do like Felix Pie, go opposite field. That fastball up and away, 88 miles per hour for ball 2. 2-2 the count. So the Cubs are making Weaver work here in the fourth. 1-0, the Bees ahead. 2 on, 2 out. He retired Restovich and Deerdorf on flyouts, but then McGee with a single, Fondo coaxing a walk. The right-hander with a 2-2 pitch. Strike 3, low and away, hits that perfect spot for the strikeout to end the inning. Boy, that's another called third strike. 2, 3, 4 of his strikeouts have been called third strikes. No runs a hit, 2 Cubs left after 4 innings at Salt Lake 1, Iowa. No score on KXNO.
Screen printing, embroidery, or advertising, T-Galaxy will do it all. With sales reps for personal service, a full-service art department, and their own shipping department, T-Galaxy ensures your order will be fast and accurate. Consistently cutting out the middleman for better than a decade, T-Galaxy has thrilled customers from the Des Moines Arts Festival to the Iowa Games and even your Iowa Cubs. Call the Des Moines office at 243-5100. That's 243-5100. T-Galaxy, the official merchandiser of the Iowa Cubs.
It's 3 in the afternoon, and once again you're at the Coke machine. But the Coke machine sounds a little different today. You wonder if the Coke is stuck. You wonder if you're going to have to show the Coke machine a little tough love. You do not have to show the Coke machine any tough love. Be patient. He knows you're a regular, and he's trying to find that special Coke that's right next to the refrigeration unit and a little cooler than the rest. See? He likes you. Not even the luckiest guy in the world will go through life without the delivery guy forgetting his Coke. But we can't blame them. Their title is pizza delivery guy or Chinese food delivery guy, not Coca-Cola delivery guy. You'd be way more shocked if they remembered the Coke and forgot the fried rice. So give the guy a break. He's worked 4 pro football seasons, 3 NCAA March Madness tournaments, seen the rise of NASCAR and the blizzard of 2002. You should be offering him the Coke.
1460 KXNO.
Salt Lake with a run, 4 hits. The Cubs have no runs, 4 hits. And each team leaving 5 on base. So the Cubs have had some opportunities today against Jared Weaver, but he has made those clutch pitches. And here in the top of the 5th, the top of the lineup, Willits, Kendrick, and Gorno for the Salt Lake Bees. The Cubs need to win this game to split the 4-game series. No games tomorrow around the league. And then Iowa will be at Fresno and at Sacramento. With Nate Toit, this is Dean Ellis, Steve Young, our producer-engineer. And the pitch up and away, ball 1 to Willits. Of course, the Cubs, recent seasons, we've had some very good fishermen in this team. Kevin Toller comes to mind. He's competed in that Bassmasters. There's a drive to the left center, hangs up there. On the run for the catch, Felix Pie. Boy, Felix does a good job, good jump, great speed, and he also uses both hands to corral the fly ball.
Well, he hasn't shown any signs that he's not ready to go to the big leagues and play the outfield by any means. He gets a good jump on everything hit out his way and comes in and goes back on balls very well, and so Felix, already a high prospect, but showing why in the outfield so far this season for the Iowa Cubs.
Here's Howie Kendrick. Kendrick is 0 for 2, hit the ball on the ground twice. 1-0. Boy, the Bees thwarted by Les Walren and his defense. In the 4th inning, they had the bases loaded. Salt Lake did, nobody out. Buddy popped out, but then Casey McGee started a very nice 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. Here's a foul back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kendrick.
1 out, nobody on. Les Wallen working quickly. Up and in, ball 2, 2-1. Did you ever give the Des Moines River or Raccoon River a crack fishing-wise, Nate?
I haven't done a lot of fishing. A little bit when I was a kid, but it's probably been about 10 years since I've been out fishing at all.
Check swing on the pitch up and away. Strike 2, 2-2 on Kendrick. 1-0. Salt Lake leads in the 5th. Lined up the middle. I think Les wanted to go up and away again, but that one appeared to be over the heart of the plate and stroked into center field by Kendrick. So their 5th hit. Nick Gorno is 0 for 1, flied out and walked. Chicago Cubs had the day off yesterday. Now they're taking on the Nationals tonight. All games, in fact, at the Major League level are tonight. And Chicago will play the Minnesota Twins in the near future. June 23rd, 24th, 25th. Here's ball 1 up and away on Gorno. You can get tickets for the Cubs and the Twins from the Metrodome right here at Principal Park. Stop down today, go to the ticket window, ask for Cole. He knows all about it. Chicago Cubs tickets on June 23rd, 24th, 25th. Strike called, 1-1 on Gorno, or you could call 1-800-33-TWINS, or on the internet go to twinsbaseball.com. The Cubs at the Twins, June 23rd, 24th, and 25th. 1 out, 1 on. Kendrick takes his lead. Fly ball left field by Gorno. Michael Restovich to his right. And the catch made for the out. 2 out. Wind today from left to right field. Weaver has had 0 groundouts, 5 flyouts. Les Wallen, 6 flyouts, 4 groundouts. He's walked 3, struck out 3. Weaver has walked 1, struck out 7. 1-0 Salt Lake in the 5th. 2 out, 1 on. Cubs will send up Soto, PA, and Ojeda in the bottom of the inning. Kendry Morales is homered to start the 2nd and grounded out to finish the 3rd. An open batting stance, a switch hitter batting right-handed. Pitch up and away, ball 1. Again, he's got plenty of pine tar on that bat. More than halfway up the bat. Covers up the label. Quick throw to first base. Wallen to Deerdorf, and the runner Kendrick back in time. Deep in the outfield, a step to left. Again, the only run is home run. 1-0 Salt Lake. There's a pitch low for ball 2. 2-2 or 2-0 on Morales with Mathis on deck. Good finish to the homestand. We've got an excellent crowd here today. Should be more than 9,000, maybe close to 10. Swing and a miss. He was tardy in that cut. Chased a bad one, in fact, high and away for a strike.
Well, Walden climbing the ladder on Morales right there, and of course that pitch effective. Following that pitch up with a changeup that just missed down on Morales. So Waldron really changing things up against Kendry Morales after the home run.
Runner goes. They got him picked off. Deerdorf throws to second. The tag not in time. Jeff Deerdorf really made a mistake. He skated the bag rather than moving towards Les Wallen. That would have given him another step or two, but Kendrick is safe at second. Give him a stolen base.
Well, that was a great point you just made right there, Dean. And Jeff Deerdorf didn't try to cut down the distance between him and Les Wallen on the pickoff throw, and that cost him. But Howie Kendrick stealing second base, and then the throw by Deerdorf a couple steps shy.
Breaking ball, fouled at the plate, strike 2, 2-2. So Kendrick is in scoring position. His 4th steal of the year. Kendrick went racing into second safely. 2-2 on Morales, 2 out. And that pitch is high, wouldn't chase it, ball 3, full count. First base open now, again, Jeff Mathis on deck. Mathis, though, good protection for Morales. He's hit safely all 12 games he's played with Salt Lake. Payoff pitch. Down low, check swing, and a walk. 2 on, 2 out. Mathis struck out and doubled.
Well, Waldron opting to go with the breaking ball right there on a 3-2 count. to Kendry Morales, and Waldron usually his second best pitch, I would say, is his changeup, but right there going to his third best pitch and missing down, and now you walk Kendry Morales, brings in Jeff Mathis, and as you mentioned, he's been swinging a hot bat.
Fastball in the outer half of the plate for a strike. 85 miles an hour. 2 on, 2 out. It's the top of the fifth. 1-0. The Bees ahead. Again, they put pressure on Les. They've left 5 men on. Good fastball, but it's bit inside. Ball 1. 1-1. 89 miles per hour that time.
And that's a location that Jared Weaver's been getting, and Les Waldron not getting it in this inning. Of course, the only difference is Weaver's consistently been hitting that spot, and Waldron hasn't. And so there's something to be said for consistency in the strike zone.
Back inside, ball 2, 2-1. Boy, in the third inning, he threw 22 pitches, 13 were balls. Last inning, 16 pitches, 10 were balls. 10 balls this inning. And 9 strikes. Slowly hit ground ball left side. Tough chance. McGee cuts it off. He throws in time to Deerdorf. Another nice play by Casey McGee. Mathis retired, and so are the Bees. They are set aside again by Les Waldron. No runs, a hit, 2 left. They've left 7 men on as we play to the midway point of the ball game, middle of the fifth. Salt Lake 1, the Iowa Cubs no score on KXNO.
Looking for a hot deal on a cool apartment? Call Signature Place at 515-226-2100. With unique floor plans and superb amenities, Signature Place is luxury you can afford. With customer service beyond compare, why buy a house when you can live carefree without all the hassles? You're minutes from Jordan Creek, from great restaurants, exciting nightlife, and the new Wells Fargo complex. Signature Place welcomes most breeds of dogs. Ask about current specials at 515-226-2100. Signature Place and the Iowa Cubs. What a team.
Buy your Carhartt clothing and footwear right here in Des Moines at one of the nation's largest independent Carhartt dealers, G&L Clothing. G&L has everything Carhartt to fit you from head to toe. Caps, jackets, sweats, t-shirts, overalls, jeans, gloves, socks, and work boots. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, open Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights till 8. Or shop online at GANDLclothing.com.
G&L Clothing. Besides, we made it up.
Why wait for someday to make the most of your most important investment, your home? The Wells Fargo SmartFit Home Equity Account lets you secure a low initial fixed interest rate for a term that you choose. It's only at Wells Fargo, and you can get an interest rate discount when you make automatic payments from your Wells Fargo checking account. Why wait for someday? Call, click, or stop by and ask about the SmartFit Home Equity Account today. Wells Fargo. The next stage. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC, equal housing lender.
1460 KXNO.
Back here at Principal Park, we're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Iowa Cubs trail at 1-0. Nice job by Les Waldron to get out of that jam again in the fourth inning. So Waldron doing a nice job of keeping his team in this game. However, trailing Salt Lake 1-0.
Weaver with that slim lead back to the rubber, and the right-hander's pitch just a bit inside on Giovanni Soto here as we begin the bottom of the fifth inning. Ball 1. 1-0 Salt Lake. Swing and a miss. He took something off that pitch. 76-mile-per-hour changeup. Strike 1, 1-1. Don't forget, special prices on Outrage, Passion, and Uncommon Sense right here at the ballpark. The backstop store. Ground ball to short. Smith bends over, collecting this one, throwing on to Morales for the out. Hey, you're driving to South Dakota, so you could read that book on the way. Do some reading.
I'm not going to read if I'm going to be driving.
Well, you have to do the driving yourself? You're not going to break it up?
No, I like to drive.
You taking your tank?
What do you mean my tank?
Man. You got a small country in that thing.
I'm a big guy. Big guy needs a big car.
Yeah. There's about 12 other big guys in there. Hurt my neck looking up at the grill. There's ball 1 inside to Felix PA.
Keep that in mind next time you park next to me.
In the back row, you and Rich Gilman back there? You studying the fish in the river or what? Swing and a miss. Good changeup. 1-1 on Felix PA. 1 out, nobody on. The Cubs have had 1 runner to third base. They trail 1-0 in the fifth. Felix struck out and singled. They play him to pull. His single was into left center. Weaver back to the dish. Swing and a miss. Looks like another changeup, and the count 1-2.
Oh, he did it with his breaking ball and his fastball the first 4 innings, and now here in the 5th inning, he's breaking out the changeup, and so Jared Weaver appears to have it going really well here today.
That one downstairs, ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's had just the 1 3-ball count when he walked Mike Fontenot in the 4th. 1-0, the Bees ahead, 1 out, nobody on. And now the break-even pitch. Outside, didn't get the call that time. Full count, 3-2. Boy, that was rather intrepid on the part of Felix Pie to take that pitch. Here comes the payoff. Weaver to Pie. Popped up and back to third. L. Ward will not have a play. It's in the front row. It's in the back of the dugout.
Well, a couple innings ago, that would have been a strike, but as the home plate umpire calls those pitches strikes, the Iowa Cub hitters having a few words. And again, if you conduct yourself in a professional manner toward the umpire and plead your argument, a lot of times they will listen to you and end up giving you the benefit of the doubt on the call.
Popped up right side by P.A. Kendrick going back shallow right field to capture that one for the out. You guys aren't taking any firearms in this trip, are you?
Like dynamite?
Firearms,
gun?
No, like a gun or a rifle.
No, why would I want to do that?
I don't know.
Fishing, not
fishing.
hunting.
Okay. 2 out, and now Augie Ojeda. Augie has singled and struck out. 1-0. The Bees ahead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. How many fishing poles do you own?
I have 1, actually, I think, and I haven't even brought it out yet. It's not. There's no string or anything in it.
That's Fisher-Price model. Good breaking ball for a strike, or maybe a changeup, something off speed. Boy, as Nate said, now the changeup here in the middle inning. 2 out, bases empty. 1-0 on a Kendry Morales second inning home run. Swing and a miss, another change of pace, strike 2. How many changeups can you throw in a row? They say never throw 3 in a row, right?
Well, you can double up on them, and then they say never triple up. But I think the biggest key is how you finish your off-speed pitches. And Weaver right now finishing everything and makes it look like his fastball as far as arm speed goes, and he really does a good job of disguising those pitches.
Inside for a ball, nearly hit him. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Of course, last night's game was a cliffhanger, 1-0 until the bottom of the 8th when the Cubs scored 5, sent up 10 batters. The biggest inning the Cubs had in quite some time. Popped up out of play left side. The count remains a ball, 2 strikes. Cubs, the last 7 games, all here at Principal Park, are batting only .204. And Weaver rocks and deals at 1-2. Good fastball, popped up and back at third, and this one will drop just foul. Foul by inches. The umpire was right there. Good hustle by the man in blue. He was only about 5 feet from that ball, but it's right next to the line.
Well, give the umpire credit for doing a nice job of turning around and hustling down that left field line and right on top of that call. So it wasn't foul by much, maybe a couple inches. However, that umpire in perfect position, and I think he got the call right.
2 outs, nobody on, 1-0, Salt Lake ahead, bottom of the 5th. Weaver eyes the signs of catcher Buddy. Swing and a miss. He went back to the changeup and struck out Augie, and that's not easy to do, strike out Augie twice in the ball game. And Weaver knocks down the Cubs in order in the bottom of the 5th. Through 5, it's Salt Lake 1, the Iowa Cubs nothing on KXNO.
Some things never change, like America's love for baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. In fact, more Americans choose Chevy than any other brand. Now you could drive a Chevy, too, at the Iowa Cubs Hit a Home Run HHR giveaway. Sign up for your chance to win a brand new Chevy HHR. Then cheer on the Iowa Cubs, because for every home run hit at Principal Park, another winner will be chosen to go on to the finals. Visit moreiowans.drivechevy.com to register and for official rules. No online entry or purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Chevy, baseball's #1 fan. Fitness World West, Des Moines' premier fitness center, is celebrating their 20th year anniversary. Join this month and receive the special anniversary promotion of 50% off the joining fee, 1 month unlimited tanning free, and get a free fitness and health evaluation and personal training orientation. Stop by and see all the extras that make Fitness World West the most complete, friendly, and comfortable place to exercise. Find Fitness World West right across from Valley West Mall or call 223-5111. Get more out of life at Fitness World West, 223-5111.
For a refreshing change from the ordinary hotel, make your next stay in Des Moines the most enjoyable ever. Stay at the Wildwood Lodge, located just off the University exit of I-8035. The Wildwood Lodge is now offering a special Iowa Cubs package for 2 or 4 fans. The package includes hats, tickets to the game, concession dollars, and lodging, starting at only $129. Only 15 minutes from Principal Park. The Wildwood Lodge. Call 1-800-728-1223 or go to wildwoodlodge.com.
1460 KXNO.
Well, both these pitchers here today at Principal Park have been tested, but both of them making their quality pitches when they have to, and we have a pitcher's duel going on as we enter the 6th inning. Nate Toyd alongside Dean Ellis. It's Les Waldron back out for the Iowa Cubs as he goes into his 6th inning of work. The Iowa Cubs trail Salt Lake 1-0, and for Salt Lake it'll be Mike Elward to lead things off.
Give Les a lot of credit. He's had only 9 out of 23 first pitch strikes. He's been behind on 16 of the 23 batters he's faced, but it's only 1-0. Elward is lined out and singled. Hit the ball to Mike Fondo each time he takes a strike. There's a first pitch strike. 6th inning. 1-0 Salt Lake on a Kendry Morales leadoff home run in the 2nd. Big gap right center. Low breaking ball, ball 1. 1-1 on Elward. Six, 7, 8 in the lineup for manager Brian Harper. Pulled foul right past the skipper coaching third base. Strike 2, 1-2.
Well, it'll be nice to see Les go out here and have a quick inning here in the 6th inning. He's had multiple guys on base the last 4 innings, and he hasn't had a 1-2-3 inning since the first.
Salt Lake leading the league in runs scored. That pitch is just off the outside corner, ball 2, 2-2. The Iowa Cubs are last in the league in runs scored, also tied for last with Fresno in batting average. Breaking ball alone inside. And the Cubs also last in the league in home runs. Full count. We'll see what happens. An off day tomorrow. And then the Cubs resume play Thursday at Fresno. Outside, a leadoff walk. Leadoff man on base for the 3rd time.
Well, Les Waldron hasn't been as sharp today as what we've seen him in his previous starts, Dino, but you still got to give him a lot of credit. He's been out there battling, and on 1 inning he only did throw 6 strikes, but he got out of the bases loaded jam with a pop-up and then a 5-4-3 double play. So Les, a hard-nosed competitor out there, doesn't like to lose, and even though he doesn't have his best stuff here today, he has been battling, and the Iowa Cubs are still only trailing Salt Lake by a run.
Smith has doubled and walked. That pitch is up and away for a ball. He bluffed a bunt, did Smith. Nobody out, a leadoff walk. And there is activity in the Cubs bullpen. Mark Watson throwing for the Iowa Cubs. We're in the 6th inning. Salt Lake ahead 1-0. Casey McGee plays at the edge of the grass at third. First baseman Deerdorf holding with a runner. Elward draws a throw. Cubs will be back in town that Memorial Day weekend. Again, gone for 8 beginning Thursday. Here's a swing and a fly ball straight away center field. Felix P.A. moving to his left. The wind pushing it that way. The catch made by Felix for the out. Smith flies out. 1 on, 1 out for Ryan Buddy. It seems like Salt Lake has had success hitting today with men on base. 1 for 9 with men on base today, the Bees. 1 out, 1 on for Buddy. Popped out a couple of times to shortstop Augie Ojeda. Good curveball for a strike. Rosario on deck. Manager Harper with some signs at third. Salt Lake, an aggressive team. They've had 47 stolen bases. We talked about their prolific offense when it comes to scoring runs, team hitting, batting average, home runs, but also among the league leaders in steals. Nashville has 68 stolen bases. And then Salt Lake is second in the league with 47. They also lead the league caught stealing at 30. Walrand over to Deerdorf. They chase Elward back to the bag. In the 6th inning, Salt Lake with a 1-0 lead. Batting with 1 on, 1 out. Mark Watson throws in the Iowa pen. Just a bit outside, ball 1. 1-1 on Buddy. Right fielder Buck Coates shading Buddy towards the line. There's a gap there in right center as Felix plays deep and towards left center in center field. Fastball, a strike on the outer part of the plate. 1-2 on Buddy. He must have been looking for something else. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Iowa in the bottom of the inning will send up Coates, Restovich, and Deerdorf, the meat of the order. And that's brought to you by Iowa's beef producers. Beef, it's what's for dinner. There's ball 2, 2-2.
Well, Les still has command of that fastball. He is moving the fastball in and out on these hitters. However, struggling with his command on his curveball right now. So that's been the pitch that he was putting these hitters away with earlier in the game and previous starts, but struggling with that so far today.
Ground ball rolling to Casey McGee. He comes up firing for 1 to second. Fontenot on to Deerdorf for another inning ending around the horn double play. The Cubs have done that twice today. No runs, no hits. After 5 1/2 innings, it's still the Salt Lake Bees 1, the Iowa Cubs no score on 1460 AM KXNO.
It's your Midwest Ford dealers triple play event. 0% APR for 60 months, 0 down, and 0 maintenance cost for 2 years. For total savings of up to $8,800 on Focus, Freestyle, 500, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, even the built Ford Cub Ranger and F-150 with total savings of up to $8,800. Get to the triple play event at your Midwest Ford dealer. Ford, bold move. Not all buyers will qualify. Take new retail delivery from dealer stock by 5/31/06. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
Coventry Healthcare of Iowa proudly supports the Iowa Cubs. The same traits leading to success in sports are found in an effective health plan: strength, flexibility, excelling at fundamentals. That's why thousands of employers, individuals, and seniors have chosen Coventry for their health coverage. They win with best-in-class service, broad provider networks, and affordable product options, because maintaining good health is everything. By focusing on doing the right things on time with the right partners, Coventry will continue to be not only competitive, but a leader in their league. It's a formula for success the Iowa Cubs have always known.
Hi, I'm Papa John, and when I say better ingredients, better pizza, I'm not talking about a little better. I'm talking about a lot better. Let's talk about our pizza sauce. It's made from fresh, vine-ripened tomatoes, not from concentrate. And when it comes to ingredients, we select from the world's best. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. A lot better.
Call your neighborhood Papa John's today and ask for the Home Run Special, a large, thin, or original crust pizza with up to 3 toppings for $10.99. Just $10.99.
1460 KXNO.
Welcome back to Iowa Cubs baseball. Nate Toyd alongside Dean Ellis. The last game of this 4-game series between Salt Lake Bees and the Iowa Cubs. Les Waldron doing a nice job today. Not as sharp as we've seen him, but a good job of battling out there and making the quality pitch when he needs to get himself out of the jam. We've seen him get the Bees to ground into 2 double plays now, and so Les trails at 1-0, but a nice job so far in this contest. And Jared Weaver back out now for his 6th inning of the work. As it's going to be Buck Coates to lead things off here for the Iowa Cubs.
Weaver, 81 pitches. You figure right around 100, he might be done. Buck to bunt and no contact, strike 1. Les Waldron, he's right at 100 pitches, 53 strikes. Buck Coates has flied out, popped out. 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bees ahead. Weaver rocks and deals. Off speed and a sharp ground ball, but right at Kendrick. He sucks it in at second base, throws to Morales for the out.
Well, it was a story of fly balls all the way into the 5th inning for Jared Weaver, recording his first ground ball out in the 5th inning by Giovanni Soto, and now we saw it ground out in the 5th by Giovanni Soto, and then Buck Coates right here to lead things off in the 6th, so now getting the ground balls going.
Michael Restovich backs away from an inside pitch, ball 1. It's part of the success quotient for a pitcher, just to mix it up. Keep those hitters guessing. Blown away, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Michael Restovich. He struck out looking and flied out. Bottom of the 6th inning, 1-0 Salt Lake. Bases empty. Swing and a foul to the backstop and the breaking ball. Strike 1, 2-1. A few more clouds now over Principal Park. Still a very nice day. Temperature at game time 61. I think it's pretty close to 70 right now.
That feels pretty warm. Sunsplash Stadium. I have to bring out the Bullfrog.
Lone inside. Ball 3, 3-1. I hope you're taking a lot with you to South Dakota. You never know.
Something tells me it's going to be quite a bit cooler up there than what it is down here.
Weaver deals 3-1, and it's Hine outside. He walks Michael Restovich. 1 out, 1 on. And with that, there is activity now in the Salt Lake bullpen. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0, the Bees ahead. Michael Restovich at first base for Jeff Beardorf, who is 0 for 2. Now, do you at least pass by the Black Hills there, South Dakota, the Mount Rushmore?
Not exactly. I've been there before. I'm not exactly sure where we're going, where it's located. I want to say it's more southern, southeastern South Dakota, but still more like 7 or 8 hours up there.
When you're driving, huh? There's ball 1, low to Jeff Beardorf.
Taking the silver school bus.
The Bees play for the double play. Smith at short, Kendrick at second, Morales at first base holding Restovich. They play to right field on Jeff Beardorf. There's a line drive into deep right center field, chased by Willits. He reaches and he made the catch down to a slide as he holds on. A tremendous running catch by Reggie Willits, taking a hit away from Jeff Beardorf, and Michael Restovich makes it back to first base.
Well, put an asterisk by that catch right there by Willits, going back, almost straight back toward the center field wall, a little bit to his left, and Jeff Beardorf hit a bullet out there, not too much air under it, but Willits tracking it the whole way, and hit almost a Willie Mays type catch out there, basket catch, and then comes up throwing to keep Restovich at first base. So a bad break for Jeff Beardorf and the Iowa Cubs.
That ball was behind him. He had to reach back with that glove hand, the left hand, caught it, and then down to a quick slide just to stop his momentum and make a throw to second. 2 out. Boy, this has been a good ball game today, just like last night. The Cubs won last night 6-0, scoring 5 in the 8th. Today 1-0 Salt Lake, and the pitch is blown away, ball 1 on Casey McGee. We have seen some stellar defense again today.
We've seen a lot of close games, nice pitching duels, and some spectacular defense in this homestand, Dean. So, although the Iowa Cubs have been struggling to come away with wins, we've seen some well-played games.
Just a bit outside. That one was close. Ball 2, 2-0 the count. Weaver to McGee. 2 out at first base, Michael Restovich. Casey singled in the fourth. They play him to right field. A lot of depth in this Angels organization. Foul back, out of play, strike 1, 2-1. They lost a player by the name of Murphy, who was outstanding defensively, plus he was batting .352, so they called him up. Dallas McPherson was here for a while with 8 home runs. He went up. Boy, McPherson, I look at his numbers, he struck out 49 times and 102 at bats. About half the time. He's in the big leagues now, but they've lost a few players to the Angels. Restovich takes his lead, and now the 2-1 pitch, not running. Curveball, bends outside, ball 3, 3-1. Closing in on 100 pitches. He's in the mid-90s now, Jared Weaver. It's the 6th inning. Salt Lake had 1-0 lead on a second inning home run by Kendry Morales. Weaver set. 3-1 pitch to Casey McGee, and it's fouled back to the backstop, full count.
And Casey McGee wishing he had that pitch back right there. That was more of a cement mixer hanging slider by Jared Weaver, and Casey McGee all over it, but unable to do anything with it, but foul it straight back into the screen.
Mike Fondo is on deck. Restovich will be running at 3-2 out. He's at first base. Fastball grounded the other way, right into the glove of Morales, and he makes a step to his left for the out at first base, unassisted for the first baseman to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left. Cubs have left 6 on base today, Salt Lake 7. We have played 6 innings, Salt Lake 1. The Iowa Cubs nothing on KXNO.
It can be an embarrassing topic to discuss, even with your doctor. However, hemorrhoids are a serious issue for millions of Americans. If you've been suffering in silence with hemorrhoids that won't go away, it's time for relief. PPH, the procedure for prolapse and hemorrhoids, could be just the ticket to end your frustration and embarrassment. This one-time procedure offers patients less pain and a quicker recovery compared to traditional hemorrhoid surgery. As with any surgical procedure, PPH may present risks. To learn more, talk to your doctor or visit PPHinfo.com.
One of the most important ingredients to a winning combination in baseball is speed. Whether on the base path, chasing down a fly ball, or sending a pitch across the plate, speed wins games. At Mediacom, they understand all about speed. In addition to a great lineup of products such as video on demand, high-def TV, and digital video recording, they offer high-speed internet with Mediacom Online. Whatever you do on the internet, from business to checking on the latest box scores of the Cubs, you'll get it done faster with Mediacom Online, featuring download speeds up to 5 megabits per second. If you're looking for a winning combination, make the play to Mediacom.
Hey Cub fans, another exciting season of Iowa Cubs baseball under the lights is made possible by Iowa's own Musco Lighting. Musco Lighting is a world-class leader in sports lighting. Musco specializes in permanent and temporary lighting services, including major and minor league baseball stadiums across the country. Musco Lighting also makes sports lighting happen around the world, from NASCAR super speedways to Olympic Games to hometown Little League fields. Supporting the Iowa Cubs, Musco Lighting, a world-class leader in sports lighting.
1460 KXNO.
Our U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen brings in left-handed pitcher number 50, Mark Watson. Watson on for his 16th appearance, 4.50 ERA. He does have 1 save, 14 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, 8 walks, 15 strikeouts. U.S. Cellular reminds you Easy Edge is the perfect way for the fan on the go to be kept in the loop, with up-to-the-minute scores, game, and player stats, plus local weather and news, all right on your cell phone. Stop by your local U.S. Cellular store and activate your own line. U.S. Cellular, we connect with you.
Mark Watson, formerly with the Angels, just a handful of games last season, then he was hurt. It's kind of an odd situation, but you see this in baseball. He was hurt about all year, and the Angels held on to him during his surgery, his rehab, and then all of a sudden they let him go in the offseason. He will face Anderson Rosario. Now, Mark has not given up a run in 6 of his last 7 outings. Rosario has struck out, hit into a double play. And manager Mike Quade has a right-hander, Kerry Lightenberg, throwing in the bullpen. 1 run, 5 hits, Salt Lake. They've left 7. Iowa, no runs, 4 hits, 6 left on. Errorless game, a couple of double plays for the Cubs each time around the horn. Rosario stands tall, takes a strike on the inside corner. Pitching line on Les Walren, boy, he battled today. 6 innings, 5 hits, an earned run, walked 5, struck out 3, 100 pitches, 53 strikes. Bunted, foul on the right side, strike 2 on Rosario.
Well, those 5 walks get negated by the quality pitches that he made when he needed to, and those 2 big double plays that Waldron got on those breaking balls over to Casey McGee, the 5-4-3 double plays. So, although he didn't have his best stuff today and wasn't quite as sharp, still did a nice job out there with 6 innings and 1 run.
Jonathan Rauwenhorst is in the bullpen for Salt Lake. Swing and a miss, with a pitch up and away. They expand the zone on Rosario. He chases, he strikes out.
Well, that's been the formula for these Iowa Cub pitchers. starting with Ryan O'Malley last night, and that's getting ahead down in the zone to these guys, and then with 2 strikes, climbing the ladder on these Salt Lake hitters, and we saw Mark Watson do it perfectly right there to Anderson Rosario.
Willis is 0 for 2 plus a walk. He's 4 for 16 in the series. It's a 1-0 ball game of the 7th. They play deep and a step to left. In front of the bag at third, Casey McGee. Willits can bunt. He bluffs a bunt right here, takes a strike at the knees. Boy, the Cub bullpen right now, they are all locked in. David Archma, Michael Wirtz, very impressive last night. Federico Baez had a very good outing a few days ago. Brandon Emanuel has done a good job this season for the Cubs. Kerry Lightenberg, pitch inside. Ball 1-1-1.
You're absolutely right, and that's why it's so important. And we've been talking about in the openings now for the last couple of days is how important it is for these Iowa Cubs and try to come out and jump on the scoreboard early, get an early run or two, let the offense relax, and then just hand it over to the bullpen because they've been nails so far this 2006 season.
Bending away from a pitch on inside Willits, ball 2-2-1. Can't forget about Andy Shipman. He's done a nice job for manager Mike Quade. Appeared in 15 games. Mark Watson now the team leader in appearances with 16. 1 out, base is empty, and the left-hander's 2-1 pitch to Willits. A strike blown away, 2-2 the count with Howie Kendrick on deck. 1-0, the Bees ahead in the 7th. Haven't heard that attendance announced yet, but we're thinking more than 9, maybe close to 10. Nice day here at Principal Park. Popped up outside of third near the Cub dugout. And it's out of play, in and out of the hands of fan wearing, looks like a Cardinal uniform down there. But the Cardinal says Young. 2-2 on Reggie Willits. 1 out, nobody on base. Mark Watson looking into catcher Giovanni Soto for the signal. Breaking ball fouled back to the screen, out of play. Willits fights it off to stay alive. We mentioned no games tomorrow in the league, and the Cubs play at Fresno. The Grizzlies are 15-23. They're in last place in the Pacific Conference Southern Division. That's the Giants affiliate. Good inside fastball. Willits popped it up out of play left side, and the count holding it 2-2. And this becomes now about to become an 8-pitch at bat for Reggie Willits. 1-0, the Bees ahead. They had the home run by Morales in the 2nd for the game's only run. Big difference between these two teams. Salt Lake has power early on. The I-Cubs did not hit for much power. They're last in the league in home runs. Fouled back out of play again by Willits.
I think that's just, you're just seeing a team that's hot right now and an Iowa Cubs team that's not locked in, and for whatever reason, it's almost like every Iowa Cubs hitter just not comfortable, and sometimes we see a streaky hitter, and we just haven't seen that so far this year. A couple times, Restovich and Coates, but other than that, it's been a quiet year for these Iowa Cubs hitters.
Again, the Cubs go up the ladder. Swing and a miss. Lights out on Willits. Fastball up above the shoulders. He chases and misses. Back-to-back strikeouts for Mark Watson. And now Howie Kendrick. Kendrick is 1 for 3 today. 2 quick outs. Nobody on. The Cubs will present Fontenot, Padgett, Soto in the bottom of the inning. Left fielder Restovich is giving Kendrick the line. Casey McGee hugging the line. Here's a foul back out of play, a strike. So your fishing trip is, we'll watch the 0-1 here by Mark Watson. Swing and a miss, up and away, 0-2 on Kendrick. Is there somebody making the trip who really knows fishing you can rely on?
Well, I'm going with the old father-in-law and then his brother and son, and so it's more Nicky's side of the family, and they're the outdoorsy type, so I'm going to probably be be getting some instructional tips from them, I would assume.
Swing and a miss. Once again, they went up that ladder, and Kendrick chased the bad one up around eye level, and that is a John Deere mow-him-down inning. Boy, we'll talk about that when we come back. Mark Watson strikes out the side in the top of the 7th. Everybody takes a stretch. It's the Bees 1, the Cubs nothing on KXNO.
Mow 'em down with one of the new John Deere Select Series mowers from the Van Wall Group. This new family of mowers and tractors is a fresh and innovative way to think about lawn tractors. They're redesigned from the wheels up. The John Deere Select 300 Series with all-wheel steer will make you think you're riding on rails. The new 500 Series with power steering and rear traction differential lock is ready for any terrain. And the impressive 700 Series with fuel-injected engines, all-wheel drive, diesel engine options, a 62-inch cutting deck, and full hydraulic lift allows you thousands of possibilities. Let the Van Wall Group help you find the John Deere Select Series to meet your needs. Visit your local Van Wall Group store in Ames, Ankeny, Colfax, Des Moines, Madrid, Nevada, Perry, Story City, and Urbandale. The Van Wall Group, where service is the key to a great relationship.
Looking for a hot deal on a cool apartment? Call Signature Place at 515-226-2100. With unique floor plans and superb amenities, Signature Place is luxury you can afford. With customer service beyond compare, why buy a house when you can live carefree without all the hassles? You're minutes from Jordan Creek, from great restaurants, exciting nightlife, and the new Wells Fargo complex. Signature Place welcomes most breeds of dogs. Ask about current specials at 515-226-2100. Signature Place and the Iowa Cubs. What a team.
You're home for the NCAA Basketball Championship, Des Moines Sports Station, 1460 KXNO, Des Moines.
Welcome back to Principal Park, Iowa Cubs baseball. We do have a U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen. It's Jonathan Rowenhorst. Rowenhorst, the left-hander, in for Salt Lake. And we did have a John Deere mow-him-down inning by Mark Watson in the top of the 7th inning. Mark Watson struck out the side. Anytime an Iowa Cubs pitcher strikes out the side this season, it is a John Deere mow-him-down inning. And you can enter to win a John Deere L120 lawn tractor from the Van Wall Group. Just in the date, inning, and pitcher's name to mow him down at iowacubs.com.
And Mike Findell begins the inning with a bunt hit, an odd bunt. He popped it up over the head of Rowenhorst, the new pitcher. He couldn't catch it. It dropped between Rowenhorst and the second baseman Kendrick. Kendrick made a pretty good play, charging in and rifled a throw to stretching first baseman Morales, but not in time. So a pop fly bunt hit for Mike Findell. A good start for the Cubs. In the bottom of the 7th, they're now even with the Bees in hits, 5 each. But the score is Salt Lake 1, Iowa nothing. Mike Findell at first base for Matt Padgett. This is lefty against lefty. Padgett bunts it. Foul off to the right, a strike.
And Rowenhorst, a difficult matchup here for Matt Padgett. He does throw more sidearm than anything, and Padgett, of course, a left-handed hitter. Although he is going to be called upon to bunt probably in this situation, but even though he is bunting, it's still going to be tough to pick up that baseball from this lanky left sidearm delivery from Rowenhorst.
Left-handed hitters batting 167 against him. Now on a fastball, lone away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Mike Findell leadoff bunt hit in the bottom of the 7th with Salt Lake ahead 1-0. With Nate Toit, this is Dean Ellis. Steve Young is the producer-engineer for Cubs baseball. Thanks for joining us today. Steve Dace and Corey Kuhn coming up after 3 as Rowenhorst makes a token toss at first. Matt Padgett struck out a couple of times today. He's 2 for his last 23. 1 ball, 1 strike. Giovanni Soto on deck. Charging at third is Elward. The bunt is popped up, this one behind the plate, but no play for Ryan Buddy. Near the backstop is where it drops for strike 2. 1-2 now. Let's see if Mike Quaddy takes the bunt off.
Well, it's execution, and we've seen it a couple times, especially in this homestand. The Iowa Cubs have had plenty of opportunities to try to get that runner over in the scoring position via the sacrifice bunt, and more times than not so far it's been unsuccessful. So these Iowa Cubs and Matt Padgett really need to try to get this thing down and get Findell over in scoring position.
He's at first base, nobody out in the 7th. Curveball struck him out swinging. Boy, he's got plenty of arm and leg action in that windup. Rowenhorst out of the hand. That looked like a fastball that came in off speed, struck him out.
Well, you talk about deception in deliveries, and Rowenhorst is the definition of that. Tall, lanky left-hander, throws his arms and his legs and elbows, and makes it very difficult for a hitter to pick up the baseball.
Now the pitch to Giovanni Soto, an inside fastball, ball one. Gio batting ninth today, 1 out, 1 on. 1-0. The Bees ahead in the bottom of the seventh. Morales in front of the runner right side. Here's a line drive the other way, base hit. Soto serving one into right field. Dropping anchor at second base is Fondo. So with 2 singles, the Cubs have 2 men on for leadoff hitter Felix Pie with 1 out in the bottom of the seventh. Again, it's lefty against lefty.
Well, we've seen Felix Pie come up big in these situations so far this year. He is doing very well with runners on base and in scoring position, and so Felix right now is going to get tested with this delivery by Rowenhorst, and they're going to play him to pull down the right field side there, but Felix, if you ask him, probably just going to try to do whatever he can to hit trying to find a hole out there to score this tying run.
Lefty against lefty, the kick and the pitch. Fastball right down Main Street, a strike. Rowenhorst, he was signed as a free agent July of 2001. He went to Biola University in La Mirada, California. He's only made 3 starts in his career, and that was at Cedar Rapids in 2002. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Felix chasing a curve low and outside, way out of reach for strike 2.
Well, we talk about plate discipline, and a lot of times that's what the minor leagues is all about, is to learn your plate discipline and figure out what you can hit and what you can't hit. And right there, Felix Pie going fishing on a slider that was way out of the strike zone, and now he finds himself in a hole 0-2.
Augie Ojeda, switch hitter on deck. Fastball up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 88 miles per hour with a fastball. The 6'1 lefty, 180 pounds. He's 26 years of age. He now lives in Anaheim. Fondo at second base, Soto at first base. 1 out in the seventh. The Cubs trail 1-0. Left-hander's 1-2 pitch. Broken back ground ball rolling out to short. Smith has one play, and he can't get it out of the glove. It's one play to first base, and it's stuck in the glove, and Felix has a hit to load the bases.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but it was a nice piece of hitting by Felix Pie, protecting the plate. He did make the adjustment on the breaking ball by Rowenhorst right there. He hung with it, and he jammed himself, but he put the ball in a spot that was going to make it tough for Casey Smith to come in, and Felix Pie, especially from that left side, runs very well, and Casey Smith charging the ball didn't have a play. Now the Cubs, with bases loaded and 1 out, and you got Augie Ojeda up, and Augie's been in this situation before. Hopefully he can come through in this situation for the Iowa Cubs.
Keep in mind how the Cubs have struggled with the bases loaded this year. Infield back, 1 out, and a fastball over the knees, over the plate for a strike. Other than Felix Pie, Iowa has had a difficult time with the bases juice. Let's see if Augie can squeeze the juice out of the bases. 1-0 Salt Lake, bottom of the seventh. Fondo at third, Soto at second, Pie first base. Rowenhorst with a pitch, low inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, this will be Augie's first look from the right side of the plate here today. Jared Weaver being the right-hander and Augie being a switch hitter, so we'll see what kind of approach Augie has against Rowenhorst in this situation.
He picked up the sign. 1-1 pitch. Foul back to the screen. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mike Fondo, that bunt single to begin the inning. Matt Padgett struck out. Giovanni Soto singled Mike Fondo to second. And then Felix Pie with the infield hit. And now it's Augie Ojeda. A 1-0 Salt Lake lead. The Cubs are batting 172 with the bases loaded. Augie, though, is 1 for 1 with 2 RBI. Felix P.A. 3 for 4. That pitch low inside for a ball. The only other Cub with a base hit with the bases loaded is Giovanni Soto. He's 1 for 4. 2-2 the count. Traffic jam out there for Rowenhorst as he eyes the sign of catcher Buddy. Deals 2-2. Jam job and a ground ball foul by a couple of feet. Not hit real hard outside of third. Good inside pitch by the left-hander, Jonathan Rowenhorst. Rowenwenhorst. Sixth year in the Angels organization. All in the minor leagues. The split last year between AA, AAA. Makes another 2-2 pitch to Augie Ojeda. High and away with a changeup, full count.
Well, now with the full count and bases loaded, these runners will be going. Or you think they'd be going. Try to stay out of that double play situation.
Now only one out. I don't think so.
Yeah.
3-2 in the bullpen. It's Matt Wilhite as the catcher Buddy goes out there. 3-2, one out. Fano at third base, Soto at second base, PA at first base. Augie today has a single and a couple of strikeouts. So, boy, a pivotal point in the ball game. Bottom of the seventh. Bases loaded, trailing 1-0. And Rowenhorst will make the big 3-2 pitch. They play Augie to right field. Double play depth in the infield. Low and inside, nearly hit him. And the tying run is in on ball 4. The Cubs have tied the game, and they have not gotten the ball out of the infield. Here comes Charles Nagy, the pitching coach. A bunt hit by Mike Fontenot. Well, Giovanni Soto got that hit to the outfield, but then Felix P.A. an infield hit, and now the bases loaded walk, and it's 1-1 in the bottom of the seventh. And Charles Nagy talking with Rowenhorst, and boy, Nate, this is a tough one for the pitcher. He's done a pretty good job this inning, other than that walk to Augie Ojeda.
Yeah, he's made a couple good pitches, and Augie Ojeda drew the walk right there, but Felix P.A. with the infield hit, and Giovanni Soto with the base hit as well. However, last night we saw Marcus Gwynn come in and kind of implode out of the Salt Lake bullpen, and right now with Rowenhorst out there, gives up the first run of the game after Jared Weaver threw a gem of a game coming into this inning.
Pitching coach Nagy back in the dugout. A 1-1 tie. Here's Buck Coates. Buck is 0 for 4 with the bases loaded this year. One-out situation. Soto at third base. PA at second. Ojeda's at first base. Lefty against lefty. Ground ball into the hole. Base hit right field. Here comes Soto. He scores. Up the ball is the right fielder Gorno. Throws home not in time, and the ball goes to the backstop. Augie will stay at third, but Buck Coates makes second. The Cubs have scored 2 runs on a single by Buck Coates. And the Cubs have a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the seventh.
Well, here we go. The Iowa Cubs getting the timely hits when they need them, and Buck Coates coming through again for these Iowa Cubs. Jumping all over the first pitch, and just hitting a nice solid base hit into right field, scoring 2 runs, and the Iowa Cubs put up 3 now in the bottom of the seventh inning.
And Rowenhorst will come out of the ball game. There was a throwing error on Nick Gorno that allowed Buck Coates to take second on that throw home. The first error today, but the Iowa Cubs and the 2-1 hit by Buck Coates have the lead for the first time this afternoon. And Buck Coates at second base, Augie Ojeda at third base. Buck now has 15 RBI. It's the Cubs 3, the Bees 1 on the U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen. We'll step away right here on KXNO.
The Radisson Hotel Des Moines Airport is a smart choice for any Iowa Cubs fan. It's a great weekend getaway with all the amenities you would need. The Radisson Hotel is located on Fleur Drive with convenient access to downtown Des Moines, Principal Park, and the Des Moines International Airport. The Radisson Hotel offers a wide variety of packages for a relaxing romantic getaway or a memorable family weekend. Find out more about the Radisson Hotel at 515-285-7777 or on the web at radisson.com.
What makes new Honey Bunches of Oats with cinnamon clusters taste so special? The cinnamon clusters. What else? New Honey Bunches of Oats with Cinnamon Clusters has real cinnamon baked into 3 different crunchy oat clusters for an irresistible, delicious taste that can't be found in any other cereal. New Honey Bunches of Oats with Cinnamon Clusters is a great source of whole grain and is the taste combination your whole family will enjoy. New Honey Bunches of Oats, Cinnamon Clusters from Post, breakfast made right.
At Ford, we believe leaders are just more driven. Like the all-new Midwest Limited Edition Ford F-150 with switch-on-the-fly 4-wheel drive, a 5.4-liter V8, tow-and-go package, plus is E85 alternative fuel-capable at no additional charge. Lease one today for $229 a month. See your local Ford dealer today. 24-month lease with $27.99 due at signing. Excludes taxes, title, license, registration, and acquisition fees. Not all buyers will qualify. Take new retail delivery from dealer stock by 5/31/2006. See dealer for complete details.
1460 KXNO.
Back here at Principal Park, the U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen brings in right-handed pitcher Matt Wilhite. Wilhite on for the Bees, making his 16th appearance. He's 1-1 with a 2.86 ERA.
He faces the cleanup hitter Michael Restovich, and the Cubs are ahead 3-1. Restovich today 0 for 2. 1 out. They keep the infield back. Pickoff play. They got him picked off. Out at second base is Buck Coates. What are they saying, Bach? Buddy is arguing with the home plate umpire. Here comes manager Harper. He's very upset. They must have called a balk.
They called the balk, and you see Wilhite's delivery. It's a sidearm delivery, and he steps way over toward the third base side, but on that play right there, he went to his delivery, he stepped toward third as if to fake the throw for the pickoff to third base, and then wheeled and turned to second. And the home plate umpire making the call that he stepped toward home, and that's a balk. However, it's a judgment call. Manager Brian Harper arguing the call, but I don't know, Dean. When he did it, it appeared that, to me, he stepped toward third base, made the fake throw to third, which you can do. You don't have to throw it to third. And with that fake throw, he wheeled and turned to second. It was a play that you could tell was a design play because the second baseman went over to second to receive the pickoff throw, and we're watching it right now on replay.
Boy, it looked like he came home on the replay. It did not look like he threw to third or faked the throw to third. It looked like he faked the pitch.
Well, it's a judgment call, and just as a left-hander does when he goes to throw to first base, you have that 45-degree angle. It's an imaginary line that if you go from the corner of the pitching rubber and draw it toward the middle of the baseline, you have that whole area to step in. You don't have to step directly at the base. It's a 45-degree angle that you have to play with, and I think that's what Wilhite had in mind when he faked the throw. So it's a judgment call. If the umpire didn't think he stepped in that area, then it's a balk, and he didn't, and the play is going to stand. And Augie Ojeda is going to come in to score, and Buck Coates is going to move over to third base.
Nice call, though, on the pickoff plays. They had the infield back, and they timed it perfectly. And now somebody's been ejected. Manager Harper had gone back to the dugout and now still chirping from the dugout. And probably the skipper has been ejected from the game. The run is in. It's 4-1 now for the Cubs in the bottom of the seventh. And Brian Harper has been banished from the ball game. He was arguing with the home plate umpire, then he argued with the third base umpire. I think he kept asking if the home plate umpire would ask for help from the third base umpire. I'm not sure that he ever did. But I thought in that replay, it looked like he stepped that angle you talked about, Nate, like he did step closer to the plate than he did the third. And like you say, it was a judgment call.
No, it wasn't Brian Harper that got ejected. It was Pavkovich got ejected from the bench. And so you see Pavkovich the last couple of games, and Adam on the bench obviously chirping a little bit and got ejected from this one. And as you mentioned, there's that 45-degree angle. For people who don't know, if you take from the third base corner of the pitching rubber and draw a straight line to the middle of the third base line, you have that whole area to step into in a pickoff attempt. And we saw the replay. It was tough to see from the replay, but anytime a balk call, it's totally a judgment call, and it's hard to go back and overturn something like that. The only thing we saw is that it was definitely a design play with Howie Kendrick coming in from second base, and he was standing on second base to try to pick off Buck Coates. So obviously a design play that went against Salt Lake in this situation. It cost them a run, and now the Iowa Cubs lead this 4-1.
Perfectly timed, but the balk is called, so the run is in. Buck Coates to third base, 4-1 for the Cubs. Now the infield brought in tight, and the pitch to Michael Restovich is outside, ball one. So the Cubs last night in winning 6-0 erupted for 5 runs in the 8th inning. Today, in the bottom of the 7th, they've scored 4. Right-hander's pitch from the stretch, and a pitch at the knees, a strike. One ball, one strike.
First time I've ever seen anything like that.
That's a nice play. And they timed it perfectly. Will Height to Kendrick, but the balk was called. Swing and a miss. Pitch low and inside, strike 2. 1-2 on Michael. Of course, Will Height needs a strikeout. A runner at third, 1 out. Michael Restovich is the 7th batter this inning. Jeff Dierdorf on deck. Will Height, not really a strikeout pitcher. There's ball 2, 2-2. He's walked 8, struck out 6 on the season in 22 innings. Infield in tight, 2-2 the count. Coates at third base. Buck had the big hit this inning, a 2-run single. That pitch inside bounced to the pitcher, a leaping catch by Will Height. He looks the runner back and throws over to Morales for the out. Holding at third base, Buck Coates, and the batter will be Jeff Dierdorf. Well, Will Height, he wears that number 5, and pretty nice leaping fielding play there. You wonder if he's an ex-infielder. 8th batter this inning, Jeff Dierdorf. Jeff is 0 for 3, robbed of a hit on an outstanding running catch by Reggie Willits last inning. Pitch low and away, ball 1. Matt Will Height went to Western Kentucky. Another player the Angels signed as a free agent. He's pitching independent ball in 2003. Fouled at the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And another guy strictly groomed as a reliever. He's never started a game his minor league career with the Angels.
Well, anytime you see a guy coming out of that bullpen with that straight sidearm delivery, you know he's a situational guy, and Will Height being a right-hander, trying to come in this situation and shut the door on these Iowa Cubs, and a lot of strange things have happened in this inning, Dean, and a play that I've been around baseball for a lot of years that I've never seen. How about you?
No. And again, it was nicely executed, but here's a pitch inside. Went through Jeff Dierdorf, didn't hit him. Ball 2, 2-1. But the balk was called. And it was close where he landed. And the judgment of the umpire. An infraction. Ground ball to the right of the shortstop. Smith comes up firing in time to Morales. That ends the inning, but the Iowa Cubs have taken the lead. They send up 8 batters. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 1 left through 7. The Cubs 4, Salt Lake 1. This is iCubs action coming away on Des Moines Sports Station, KXNO.
Northern Tool and Equipment.
Hi, I'm at the park, and somebody has one of those poodles with the big poofy haircuts. It's freaking me out.
I am freaked out with you. Okay, what you're going to need is a 1.5 horsepower, double reciprocating, 24-inch bladed, high torque gas-powered hedge trimmer.
There's no problem a little horsepower can't solve. Northern Tool and Equipment, where warriors prepare for battle.
Healthcare for your child. You want only the best. The Children's Health Center at Blank Children's Hospital has your child covered through all ages and stages, from newborn to teen. Whether it's well child visits and immunizations to diagnosing and treating injuries and illness, the Blank Children's Health Center has the most complete healthcare services for your child, provided with the warmth and caring you'd expect. Call the Blank Children's Health Center to schedule an appointment. 515-241-KIDS.
Fitness World West, Des Moines' premier fitness center, is celebrating their 20th year anniversary. Join this month and receive the special anniversary promotion of 50% off the joining fee, 1 month unlimited tanning free, and get a free fitness and health evaluation and personal training orientation. Stop by and see all the extras that make Fitness World West the most complete, friendly, and comfortable place to exercise. Find Fitness World West right across from Valley West Mall or call 223-5111. Get more out of life at Fitness World West, 223-5111.
1460 KXNO.
Welcome back to Iowa Cubs baseball here at Principal Park. I'm Nate Toit alongside Dean Ellis, and I guess what a difference an inning makes, Dino. Wilhite out there, and just got a little note in between innings that that's about the fifth time that Wilhite tried that pickoff move, and the first time it's been called for a balk, and so we're in the top of the 8th inning. It's our U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen, brings in right-hander Kerry Leitenberg.
Mark Watson struck out the side in the 7th. Kerry Leitenberg to Nick Gorno, and it's a fly ball right field, not that deep. Buck Coates is in and under it for the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 8th. Cubs need 5 outs. They're ahead 4-1. Gorno is now 0 for 3. Other than that big 4-hit day a couple of days ago, he has not been a big factor in the series. He's 4 for 14 against the Cubs. Kendry Morales turns around to bat left-handed. He homered back in the 2nd, the only Salt Lake run. Foul back out of play. This could be quite the accomplishment for the Iowa Cubs pitching staff. A quick strike here on Morales. They shut out the Bees 6-0 last night. 3 hit them. Ryan O'Malley, David Ardsma, and Michael Wirtz. No walks in that game, by the way. And now today they're ahead 4-1. The Bees are leading the league in runs scored. Off speed, foul back out of play. Strike 2 on Morales. 1 out, nobody on. It's a 4-1 ball game. Adam Papkovich, Steve Crockett telling us, was the 3rd Salt Lake player to be ejected from a game this season. Manager Harper has not been ejected from a game. Inside pitch, and this one hit high, hit deep right field. Buck Coates going back to the wall on this one, and it's off the fence. Morales pedaling in the 2nd with a double. Not sure that was a strike. Looked like it was up and in.
Well, Morales kind of tomahawked that pitch, and that's a tough pitch to get on top of. And Kendry Morales now from the left side of the plate didn't hit that ball all that well, but got enough of it to kind of get up in that wind a little bit and help carry it out to right field over the head of Buck Coates, and it did go off the top of the wall, but Kendry Morales now showing some power not only from the right side, but the left side of the plate.
Looking at the replay, it did tail a bit back over the plate. 1 out double, and there's a strike on Jeff Mathis. Mathis is 1 for 3, a double today. Salt Lake has 6 hits, a home run for their only run, and 3 of the hits are doubles. 1 out, 1 on. 4-1 Cub lead in the 8th. Fastball, sharp ground ball, and a backhanded tumbling stop by Casey McGee, and then the ball rolls away from him. That'll be too hot to handle, base hit. And now Salt Lake will get the possible tying run to the plate. Holding at second, by the way, was Morales.
You know, Casey McGee didn't come up with that play at third base, and he did do a nice job of getting the glove on it. However, he did have to dive to his right to stop that ball, and the ball just carried him away. However, Kendry Morales had to stay put at second base, and Jeff Mathis on now with a base hit, but the double play is in order with a good sinker baller and Kerry Leitenberg.
Fastball over the knees, over the plate, strike 1. Elwood today has a single and a walk. He's 1 for 2. Cubs have 2 double plays thus far. We're in the 8th inning, 4-1. Iowa has the lead. Target away. Pitch was there. Fly ball right field near the line. Moving to his left. Buck Coates still on the go, and the catch. It's off his glove, but in foul territory. That's a tough chance. The wind kept pushing it away from Buck Coates. He got to it on that warning track in the right field corner, but the fence is right there, the wall, so he had to contend with trying to catch the ball, and then the barrier right there, and it was off his glove, but in foul territory, just a strike.
And Buck Coates going all the way over, and the closer he got to the wall, makes that play a lot more difficult. Buck Coates hanging with it the whole way, and then just glancing down for the last split second to find out where he was. Not a lot of foul ball room over there. So the farther down you go, and Buck Coates unable to come up with that catch. Could be a huge play.
2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Once again, they go up the ladder. Elward chasing one around the shoulders. He strikes out swinging. 2 out. Morales at second, Mathis at first base. Casey Smith the batter. Smith 1 for 2. A double. 4-1, the Cubs ahead in the 8th inning. Now they need 4 outs. Kerry Lightenberg looking into catcher Giovanni Soto for the sign. Right-hander against right-hander. Strike on the inside corner from Lightenberg to Smith. 10,169 here today. 10,169 at Principal Park. And Michael Gartner has not seen Forrest Gump, nor has he ever met Tom Hanks.
Well, 0 for 2 for you, Dino.
Up and away for a ball.
Should I go on to my weather contest?
We'll start a new one. The Gartner gauge. Ball 1, 1-1. 2 on, 2 out. Smith again wears that number 13. Target away by catcher Soto. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. Iowa, 4 runs in the 7th for a 4-1 lead. Salt Lake batting here in the 8th. Another entertaining game at Principal Park, where the Cubs are 8-12 this year. 5-8 in the daytime. Off speed and a ground ball to the shortstop. Fielding is Augie Ojeda. To second base to Mike Fontenot. The force out there on Mathis ends the inning. And here in the top of the 8th for Salt Lake, no runs, 2 hits. They left 2. They've left 9 men on base. After 7 1/2 innings, it's Iowa 4, Salt Lake 1 on KXNO.
Some things never change, like America's love for baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. In fact, more Americans choose Chevy than any other brand. Now you could drive a Chevy, too, at the Iowa Cubs Hit a Home Run HHR giveaway. Sign up for your chance to win a brand new Chevy HHR. Then cheer on the Iowa Cubs, because for every home run hit at Principal Park, another winner will be chosen to go on to the finals. Visit moreiowans.drivechevy.com to register and for official rules. No online entry or purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Chevy, baseball's #1 fan.
It's 3 in the afternoon, and once again you're at the Coke machine. But the Coke machine sounds a little different today. You wonder if the Coke is stuck. You wonder if you're going to have to show the Coke machine a little tough love. You do not have to show the Coke machine any tough love. Be patient. He knows you're a regular, and he's trying to find that special Coke that's right next to the refrigeration unit and a little cooler than the rest. See? He likes you. Not even the luckiest guy in the world will go through life without the delivery guy forgetting his Coke. But we can't blame them. Their title is pizza delivery guy or Chinese food delivery guy, not Coca-Cola delivery guy. You'd be way more shocked if they remembered the Coke and forgot the fried rice. So give the guy a break. He's worked 4 pro football seasons, 3 NCAA March Madness tournaments, seen the rise of NASCAR and the blizzard of 2002. You should be offering him the Coke.
1460 KXNO.
Back here at Principal Park, we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. The U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen brings in Chris Buchek for the Salt Lake Bees. The Iowa Cubs with 4 in the bottom of the 7th took the lead in this one. They still lead at 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Nate Toyd alongside Gene Ellis here at Principal Park. And, Gino, we've seen a lot of things going on here in this game. Some home runs, some great defensive plays, some outstanding pitching, and then a balk call that kind of just opened up the door for these Iowa Cubs to come in and steal the lead in this one.
And they need 3 more outs. First they bat in the bottom of the 8th. Casey McGee, the only Cub not to hit in that 4-run 7th, leads off. He's 1 for 3 today. Takes a Buchek pitch, blown away, ball 1. Buchek began the year with Salt Lake, promoted to the LA Angels of Anaheim. Then he got hurt as he makes a 1-0 offering outside, ball 2, but not while he was playing. It was during a scuffle. I think it was the A's and the Angels got into it, and Buchek running in for the bullpen, I think it was, and he was injured, put on the DL, and he's here on rehab. Good fastball, but downstairs, ball 3. 3-0 on Casey McGee. His dossier reads 4 starts with Salt Lake, 2 wins, no losses, and a 5.19 ERA. 15 walks in 17 and a third innings this season with the Salt Lake Bees. McGee, Fontenot, Paget, 2 left-handed hitters to follow, and there's the strikeout to Nice, 3-1. Wind is picked up here in the late going. We're in the bottom of the 8th, 4-1. Cubs ahead. Mike Quade has a right-hander in his bullpen. Inside, and it hit him. In the left arm, maybe the left hand, Casey McGee hit by the pitch. He'll go down to first base. Cubs had that leadoff man on base for the second straight inning. They cashed in the 7th. 4 runs, 8 hits Iowa, 1 run, 7 hits, and an error on Salt Lake. By the way, all 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th were earned. Here's Mike Fontenot. He singled and walked, 1 for 2 of the runs scored. So Buchek, well, that's an interesting stat, Nate, that he went to the big leagues with 15 walks in 17 and a third.
You don't see that happen very often. The guy with control problems like that and then getting called up.
He pitches from the stretch. First baseman Morales holding with Casey, and the pitch up and away to Mike Fontenot, ball 1.
You got to kind of wonder if we saw Ryan Sheely with Colorado Springs come through here on rehab, and as soon as he was healthy, didn't even leave the team, got optioned back down to Colorado Springs, and so with Buchek, might be in a similar situation, especially after some of the pitching that we've seen on the Salt Lake staff already in this series.
Buchek now 5 seasons with Salt Lake. In his second year of pro ball, he made it to the AAA ranks. Throw to first base, they chase McGee back to the bag. Buchek is 27. First round draft pick. June of 2000, the 20th pick. Chris Buchek. He now lives down in Phoenix. He was born in Indiana. Kicking the pitch. Popped up and back to third base. Elward goes after it, but no play up in the stands. And the count of ball 2 strikes on Fontenot. It's Matt Paget on deck. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Cubs bat with a 4-1 lead. And another right-hander in the bullpen for the Salt Lake Bees. Maybe Greg Jones. Salt Lake, by the way, in the 9th inning will present Buddy, Rosario, and Willett. Off speed and poke foul out of play left side. We saw a couple of big crowds on this homestand. Of course, a record-setting crowd for the Kerry Wood start on Friday, and now over 10,000 today. McGee's at first base. Nobody out on the bottom of the 8th. Buchek's 1-2 pitch. Strike 3. Precise spot, lone outside. That's out number 1. And now Matt Paget. Five of the strikeout victims today looking. Jared Weaver had 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. Rauenhorst in a third of an inning. Right now he's the pitcher of record. 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a walk, a strikeout. Foul back, out of play, good cut by Matt Paget. Strike 1, that went up to the area behind the seats, behind home plate. Wilhite, 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, but a balk. And now Buchek in the bottom of the 8th. 4-1 Cub lead, 1 out, 1 on. The stretch, the pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-1.
Oh, it'd be nice to see Matt Paget get something going here against Buchek. 3 strikeouts already here today, but kind of different. Matt Paget's seen a lot of breaking balls in this number 8 hole in his lineup, and so Normally a guy hitting eighth would see a lot of fastballs, not the case for Matt Paget.
Swing and a miss. He helped him out there. Chased one down low. Strike two, 1-2. They play him a step or two to right field. Cubs ahead by 3 runs. They bat in the bottom of the 8th. Morales holding with Casey McGee. Right-hander's pitch, a swing and a foul at the plate. And the count remains a ball, 2 strikes on today's designated hitter, Matt Paget. The Cubs, after the off day tomorrow at Fresno, that will be no DH against the Giants affiliate, but then series begins at Sacramento on Monday, and that's against the A's affiliate, so back to the DH. Double play depth in the infield, and that pitch, a close one, lone inside, ball 2. 2-2, boot check to Paget with McGee at first base in the bottom of the 8th, and the Cubs ahead 4-1.
Buchek trying to extend the strike zone just as Jared Weaver did. He thought he made a pretty good pitch on the inside part of the plate, however, a little too far inside, not getting the call.
Target away now, and the backdoor breaking ball stayed outside, full count. Buchek won 11 games for Salt Lake in 04. Last year was 7-4. Made 5 appearances, 2 starts with the Angels, and had a save in the American League last season, was 0-1. 3-2, 1 out. Let's see if McGee runs. There he goes. Pitch is blown outside, a walk, so a hit batsman, a walk, and 2 Cubs on base. They have taken advantage of the wildness of the Salt Lake Bees last night in the late going, and now today in the late going.
Well, you mentioned Greg Jones getting loose in that bullpen. He's kind of taking it easy right now, but with Buchek out here on a rehab assignment, you got to wonder, he's probably on a pitch count. You don't know how long they're going to let him go here. I've got to think between 20 and 30 pitches and not much more than that.
Giovanni Soto is 2 out of 3, single and a double. And he bounces one slowly to third, charging in. Elward is played to first base just in time to Morales for the out. McGee to third, Paget to second. 2 men in scoring position for Felix P.A. Felix has a couple of hits today. 2 for 4 with a run scored.
And a nice opportunity right here for Felix P.A. to drive in more runs. Just like so far this year, Dean, we've seen P.A. come up a number of times with runners in scoring position, and for the most part, he's done a great job of delivering some clutch hits to drive those runs in.
His batting average is .450 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Leads the team in RBI. To stretch the pitch. Outside, ball 1. McGee at third base, Paget at second base. Of course, first base is open. Augie Ojeda on deck. We'll see if Buchek gives Felix a good pitch to hit. 4-1 Cub lead. Some fans have left. Swing and a miss. Tardy in that cut. Expecting something else, and the count 1-1. Casey McGee hit by a pitch. He's now stationed at third. Matt Paget at second base. He walked. We've had Mike Fontenot strike out and a ground out by Giovanni Soto for the 2 outs this inning. Inside target, and the pitch lone inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Buchek, you can tell he does not have his normal command. He went to Auburn. His record there was 25-10. Again, a number 1 pick in 2000, Chris Buchek. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball foul right side. Angel Guzman coaching over at first base for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 8th. 4-1 Cubs ahead. I'm Dean Ellis with Nate Toit. Steve Young, our producer engineer. Don't forget, Steve Dace after the top of the hour. Stay tuned. Pit Pass Radio tonight.
Pit Pass Radio. Big race car fan?
Not a big one.
NASCAR?
Not a big one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Cubs have left 7 on base.
Not a big race car fan. He made the reference to Howie Kendrick. Sounds like a racing name.
It does. Outside, ball 3, full count. Full count on Felix P.A. First base open. Augie Ojeda on deck. Cubs took advantage of that bases loaded situation in the 7th. Buck Coates after Augie had walked to bring in a run with the bases loaded to tie the game. Buck Coates a 2-run single. Off speed, line drive, foul. Right by the foot of the umpire there and back to first base on the foul side. That's an easy one to call.
To the left of the foot, it's foul.
Now, if he had a real good sense of humor, he'd signal fair just to see what Morales would do. Put the round guy down there at first base.
I don't know what Morales would think.
3-2 again. Popped up and back to third base. It looks like it'll be playable. Elward is under it. The catch made right by home plate down in the bullpen. Good job by Mike Elward. That retires Felix Pie and the Iowa Cubs. No runs, no hits. 2 men left in scoring position. We go to the 9th inning. It's Iowa 4, Salt Lake 1 on KXNO.
Hey, Cub fans, another exciting season of Iowa Cubs baseball under the lights is made possible by Iowa's own Musco Lighting. Musco Lighting is a world-class leader in sports lighting. Musco specializes in permanent and temporary lighting services, including major and minor league baseball stadiums across the country. Musco Lighting also makes sports lighting happen around the world, from NASCAR super speedways to Olympic Games to hometown Little League fields. Supporting the Iowa Cubs, Musco Lighting, a world-class leader in sports lighting.
Hi, I'm Papa John, and when I say better ingredients, better pizza, I'm not talking about a little better. I'm talking about a lot better. Let's talk about our pizza sauce. It's made from fresh, fine-ripened tomatoes, not from concentrate. And when it comes to ingredients, we select from the world's best. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. A lot better.
Call your neighborhood Papa John's today and ask for the Home Run Special, a large, thin, or original crust pizza with up to 3 toppings for $10.99. Just $10.99.
Coventry Healthcare of Iowa proudly supports the Iowa Cubs. The same traits leading to success in sports are found in an effective health plan: strength, flexibility, excelling at fundamentals. That's why thousands of employers, individuals, and seniors have chosen Coventry for the health coverage. They win with best-in-class service, broad provider network, and affordable product options, because maintaining good health is everything. By focusing on doing the right things on time with the right partners, Coventry will continue to be not only competitive, but a leader in their league. It's a formula for success the Iowa Cubs have always known.
1460 KXNO.
We're into the 9th inning here at Principal Park. Nate Toyd alongside Dean Ellis. Iowa Cubs lead at 4-1 over Salt Lake. And our U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen brings in number 23, right-handed pitcher David Aardsma. Aardsma in to try to close the door on Salt Lake. He's 1-0 with a .60 ERA. This is his 11th appearance for Iowa. Aardsma does has 2 saves, 15 innings pitched, 9 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 19 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting a dismal .173 off of David Aardsma.
Save situation. Ryan Buddy leads off. Buddy is 0 for 3, popped out a couple of times to Augie Ojeda and hit into a double play. 4-1, Salt Lake leaving 9 men on base. The Cubs have left 9 on base. Felix Pie maybe getting some sunglasses. Plenty of cloud cover here at Principal Park. It's been a gorgeous day, more than 10,000 in attendance. 4-1, the Cubs ahead. 3 outs away from gaining a split in the series with the mighty Bees of Salt Lake. David will bring it home, and there's the heat. Fastball at the knees, a strike. 4-1, Cubs on top. Left fielder for the Cubs, Michael Restovich, is straight away. Plenty of room in left center. Bouncing ball the other way. Big hop. Fondo lays the leather on it, throws over to Deardorff for the out. Buddy grounds out. Now Anderson Rosario. And it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter. Larry Infante. Switch hitter, he'll bat left-handed. He might have caught that, but change of the batting lineup brought to you by Metabank. 1 out. Infante joined the team from Cedar Rapids while they're here in Des Moines. Bluffs a bunt, takes one lone away, ball one. He's 0 for 1 for the series. Switch hitter now batting left-handed against the right-hander David Aardsma. Fastball, perfect location, lone away for a strike, 92 miles an hour.
Now we saw Aardsma come in last night throwing fastballs, and he continues the trend here in this one tonight, running it up there around 92, 93 miles an hour.
Swing and a miss. And now the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Again, they go upstairs, up around the shoulders, expanding the strike zone. And Fonte, like most of his teammates, chasing and missing. And now Salt Lake is down to their last out.
Well, and Fonte getting the duties of sitting on the bench throughout the whole game, and then coming up here in the ninth inning with one out. And you get to face Aardsma, who's blowing about 94 miles an hour. So that's a pretty tough job coming in pitch hitting right there.
4-1, the Cubs ahead. 2 out, bases empty. Reggie Willits today has walked, struck out a couple of times, flied out. He's 0 for 3. Batting left-handed, the switch hitter takes one lone away, ball one. His assignment, get on base, down by 3 in the top of the ninth. Casey McGee, suspicious of a bunt, plays in front of the bag at third. The outfield, maybe a step to left. The stretch the pitch by David Aardsma. Good low fastball, low and in for a strike, 1-1. 91 on the speed pitch gun. 2 out. And Hangman has the noose out. 4-1 Cub lead. Ground ball to the shortstop, sucked in by Augie. The throw is in time. You can slap a W on this one. Cubs win. Willits grounds out Aardsma. A 1-2-3 top of the ninth, and the Iowa Cubs back-to-back wins over the Salt Lake Bees. Today, final score, Cubs 4, Salt Lake 1. Stay tuned. The Extra Innings postgame show will be next right here on 1460 AM KXNO.
You've been listening to Iowa Cubs baseball. Stay tuned. The Extra Innings postgame show is right around the corner. Today's game has been brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of Iowa. Papa John's Pizza, available at Principal Park. Your Des Moines Metro Ford dealers. Noble Ford, Quality Ford, Stivers Ford, Charles Davis Ford, and Dewey Ford. By Wells Fargo. By Post Cereal and American TV Furniture and Appliance. Iowa Cubs baseball is also sponsored by U.S. Cellular, Musco Lighting, Blank Children's Hospital, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling, PPH, T-Galaxy, the Iowa Lottery, Signature Place Apartments, and Mediacom. Follow the iCubs all season long on Des Moines Sports Station 1460 KXNO. Broadcast rights for today's game are the property of the Greater Des Moines Baseball Company. Stay tuned. The Extra Innings post-game show is next.
Someday you're going to wake up in the house you've always wanted. Only thing is, it's today, and you're not there yet. Well, someday can be today. With our Priority Buyer Mortgage Pre-Approval, Wells Fargo can help you purchase the home that's right for you. So whether you're looking for the perfect home or a great property investment, we're here for you. Why wait for someday? Ask about Wells Fargo Home Mortgage Priority Buyer Pre-Approval today. Wells Fargo, the next stage. Wells Fargo Home Mortgage is a division of Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Every game of baseball is full of calls. The called strike, the called tag, the call to postpone a game due to rain. Most are good calls. Some aren't. That's baseball. One call you're sure to agree with is to Mediacom for their new phone service. With Mediacom phones, there are no additional charges for long-distance calling to anywhere in the U.S. or Canada, call waiting, or caller ID. And Mediacom phone service is available for as little as $29.95 a month when bundled with other Mediacom services. If you're looking for a winning combination, make the play to Mediacom.
1460 KXNO.
Des Moines Sports Station 1460 KXNO and the Greater Des Moines Baseball Company now present the Extra Innings postgame show. With a recap of today's game and all the major and minor league scores, we now send you back to the ballpark for the Extra Innings postgame show.
Welcome back to Principal Park with Nate Toit, Dean Ellis, Steve Young, our producer-engineer. Again, we'll have Fox at the top of the hour, then Steve Dace coming up after the top of the hour right here on KXNO. Today, the Cubs, another nice victory, 4-1. They had a 6-0 shutout of the Bees last night. Again, this is the top-scoring team in the league, the Salt Lake Bees, and today limited to one run, a second inning leadoff home run by Kendry Morales. And the Iowa Cubs would not score until they put 4 on the board in the bottom of the 7th. They win it with 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors, leaving 9. Salt Lake 1 run, 7 hits, 1 error, 9 left on. Mark Watson, the winning pitcher, his first decision this year. Rauenhorst was the loser. He's 1-3. David Archma, his third save. 2 hours, 44 minutes, 10,169 paid attendance here at Principal Park. So the Cubs, with the victory, now sport a record of 15 wins, 22 losses. Salt Lake is 23-15, and again, no games tomorrow in the PCL. Iowa resumes play Thursday at Fresno. 8-game road trip, 4 games at Fresno, 4 games at Sacramento. Just a couple of quick comments, and then we'll get ready for the latest around the sporting world at the top of the hour from Fox. As the Cubs win it 4-1, but a couple of nice games here the last 2 games for the Iowa Cubs.
Yeah, some great momentum games here for the Iowa Cubs, and a great way to close out this homestand and the series against Salt Lake. And the Cubs now 6-2 when Les Waldron takes the mound, and so that's a great record to have. Although Les did not get the win today, he did pitch a great game. He didn't have his best stuff. He battled out there, and he just kind of hung around and kept the Iowa Cubs close. And he got the big pitch and made the big pitch when he needed it, and got the Bees to ground into 2 double plays that were pretty much rally killers, and the Iowa Cubs hung around long enough to score 4 in the bottom of the 8th inning, and that was going to be enough with this bullpen the way it's been all year. And so a great job by the Iowa Cubs, and a good outing also by Jared Weaver for Salt Lake, although that goes spoiled. Weaver did pitch 6 innings, 4 hits, didn't allow a run, struck out 8, but you know, that's a good sign of a resilient ball club, and possibly a ball club that is possibly turning the corner a little bit. You look ahead now, Gene, and you guys go on the road, and you play Fresno and Sacramento, and Fresno right now coming into today was 15-23, and Sacramento 16-22, and Iowa now 15-22, and so you got an opportunity to go out there to the West Coast and come away hopefully with a nice road trip, maybe thinking 6-2 in those 8 games, and now all of a sudden you've won 8 out of your last 10, and all those losses are spoiled, and you're right back in the middle of this thing, and who knows what can happen. But look forward to this West Coast trip and a good opportunity to get some W's.
6-2, and Nate will come back with a tank full of fish.
That's right.
What a nice 8 days that will be. Join us again, not tomorrow, but the night after, Thursday at Fresno, the Cubs and Angel Guzman against the Grizzlies and Alfredo Simon. We won't have enough time to pass along other games in the PCL, but we'll conclude by saying the Cubs win today, Iowa 4, and the Salt Lake Bees 1 until Thursday. For Nate Toit and for Steve Young, our producer-engineer, this is Dean Ellis saying thanks for listening and a pleasant good day from Principal Park.
Thanks for joining us for the Extra